All right. Let me get the overlay up. Got 1190. Got the chat up. Okay. Where's Discord? Discord. Cool. All right. Have the chapter behind me. I do. Let me just message Sai. Okay, pause these. What's up, Mega Migs? What's up, YouTube? Bring back the Craven jacket for this chapter, buddy. Good call. We're on LBAC. We are on LBAC. Very important. You're right. You're right. We're on LBAF. I forgot to put it back on after. Oh, you know what it was? It was we came out of the Loki flashback. I think I put it back on. What's up, Fiso? And then we went into the Brook flashback, and then I stopped remembering to remember to hydrate. Good call. Good call. Um, I stopped remembering about the jacket. Also, there was a heat wave, so I probably would have like had a heat stroke if I tried to wear this on stream. All right, let's see. My mic should be good. I got my headset on. When Sai comes in, I'll be ready. Should be good there. Overlay. Got the 1190. I don't like how zoomed in and big I am. I gotta figure out how to make myself smaller. Oh, this is the vest doesn't go with the jacket. I mean, not the vest. The vest doesn't go with the shirt as nicely as I'd want it to go. How about closed? Nah, looks too interesting. I mean, I'll keep it on, but just know that I'm aware I look abnormal. Um, I'm aware that this isn't the greatest fit. It's just a fit that has to be had because it's a LBAF. LBAF, and I was reminded, so nothing to it. Let me see. Wait, where's the timer? Oh, there's the timer. Okay, 6:55. All right, let's get into this then. Welcome to the knockup stream. I'm gonna maybe I was thinking about this, like the way that Jay does stream. I think he like does like a YouTube intro and then he'll clip out the actual reaction, post it up on YouTube as the reaction, and then leave the discussion as the discussion on stream. I don't know if that's how Jay does it, but I've been thinking about doing that, so maybe I'll start doing that. I'm not sure if it's this chapter I start doing it, where I just post up the reaction. But it also depends on how my reactions are, I guess. But yeah, I think that'll be a good way for YouTube to start liking me again, is if I just have more posts in general. Um, is Par dressed up as a prehistoric homeless person? That's kind of I can see where that title is derived from. I'm looking at myself. I could see myself like the Halloween costume, prehistoric homeless person. I mean, technically, every prehistoric person was homeless, right? They didn't own the land. All it took was a dinosaur, right? Actually, humans and dinosaurs weren't at the same time, but like all it took was a saber-toothed tiger to make you homeless. Um, oh, that was the point of the joke. All right, I got it. I'm catching up. But yeah, that being said, we're here for 1190. Uh, Not too many updates. Apparently halfway done with the Shanks Loki video. It's not too super long, but um maybe this chapter sparks an idea for a new video. We'll see. Um I've said this, I said this at the Reverie, I said this before too. Um right now, especially with the breaks, the chapters aren't really like theory inspiring, but they're more like they're awe inspiring. No, they're like jaw dropping, and you kind of just like react to it. These chapters are react chapters for sure. So definitely worth watching reactions slash I bet everybody has some sort of reaction to these recent chapters, but there hasn't been too much like besides the world weapons obviously, but I have a hot take on those weapons, and maybe if I'm right. So last with Sai, the predictions. I think one of my predictions was there's going to be a new weapon because Emu just pulls out weapons left and right, um, which is debatable against Scopper, but even still, the point being is that if I'm right about that, then maybe I could be right about other things regarding the weapons, meaning like I have a hot take on it, but it's not worth getting into right now. Um I have to see more of the weapons. I have a feeling, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. That being said, let's hop into the chapter 1190. Ooh, I forgot to open it up prior. Hopefully there's no ads. There shouldn't be any ads. Should be good. All right, yeah, it opens up directly. Cool, 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 cool. Let me see. Was there anything else I need to say? Not really. No, yeah, just thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate it. Uh let's get into 1190. One whose death is celebrated. Oh, that's what I was forgetting. Okay, hold on. Clock. That's what I was forgetting. There we go. Got the clock. Okay, I'm gonna put 5 seconds on the clock for deduction because I didn't start it. I'll put 10 seconds. No, I'll put 5 seconds. All right. And all right. One whose death is celebrated. Okay. Okay. One whose death is celebrated. That's a yo is I mean, you wouldn't celebrate one whose death is celebrated. It kind of reminds me of like the Kaido, like will tell tales about you. Um and then the whole Luffy like only bones are left. Slash Brook slash but it wouldn't be about Scupper, right? That'd be kind of crazy if we end like yo. Nah, there's no way. Not in one chapter. It wouldn't be a one chapter death. He shows up and then dies next chapter. That'd be insane. So that's not possible. I mean, it's possible, just not plausible. Interesting. That's a very crazy title. I'm assuming. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me double check something. King of the World. What was the title of this one? Wailing Void. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure, especially recently, the chapter title has been said, so it's probably something that's said. One whose death is celebrated. Okay. All right, we got a Shanks cover request. Koedo Kun. Koedo Kun. Cats gather around Shanks as he grills fish for breakfast in a port town. Which port town is this? Kind of looks like Luffy's port town. Is this Fuchsia Village? Is this on Dawn Island? Windmill. So we got Shanks, 3 sword style fish right now. One in the mouth, 2 in the hands. The cats are loving it. Um Nothing too crazy. Luffy's face looks a little odd. It looks like like this part should be moved over like a pixel, like to the left. But it is what it is. It is what it is. There's nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Grilling fish. Maybe that's symbolism for emu. No, just emu's a parrot. Never mind. Well wishes to everyone affected by the Kumamoto earthquake. Remember to prioritize emotional recovery first. Damn. Damn. Yeah, I did hear about the earthquake or an earthquake. I don't know about if it was the earthquake, but I think I saw a video. Crazy. Crazy what people go through. Okay, chapter start. Chapter start. Let's see. Scopper Gibbon to the rescue. Okay, so he fully blocked this. The tree is cut. Luffy still pinned. Above is cut. Below is cut. Scopper is. What is this? This is Emu's leg. Okay. I was like, why is there a skull there? I guess his knee goes that far. Got a good cut in. Okay. Emu. Straight faced. No surprise, unlike Sommers when Stopper showed up. Okay. Stopper is smiling at the face of the king of the world. Luffy stabbed. Still in agony, it looks like. And he is falling. So I think that's one of Sai's predictions. Okay, Emu's Xing Tian is on fire. It looks like. Looks like it's on fire. Not exactly omen fire, just fire. Okay. Nothing too crazy right there. Okay, Luffy still. We got 2 panels of him falling, rolling kind of a little bit. It's like sliding. And the swords are. It looks. Does it look like the swords are coming out? Oh, the swords are coming out. How did the swords come out? Oh, they hit the ground. Oh, and then the swords pop. These are the longest swords. Like, this is a long sword. It goes all the way through this. The hilt looks so weird compared to the sword. These are the longest long swords ever. These aren't even long swords. These are just like very thin blades. Proportionally very odd. But I guess as the trunk of the branch or the branch thing that Luffy's on hits the ground, the swords that are piercing through get pushed up and out of Luffy. Okay. All right. We got that. And then Scopper spinning his blades. We got Emu huffing and huffing. The double huffs. Dang. The sight of Scopper takes his breath away. Scopper sucking the air out of Emu as he spins these. Oh, I'm making that up. That's not true. That's not what's happening. For the audio only listeners, that's not even close. But yeah, the swords flung out, pop out. Okay. Gua, that's painful. I guess technically you're supposed to leave them in until like the EMT services come into play and then they pack the wound or whatever. Or you're supposed to, no, not the EMT, until the EMT doesn't remove it, right? In all the doctor shows I've watched, they try to keep him in and stabilize the wound and wait for a doctor to come in and perform surgery once you're like hooked up to the blood stuff. Something like that. I'm not a doctor, so take my word with a grain of salt. Okay, so Scopper dodges Emu. Emu gets hit with a whoosh. What a hideous form. You don't even seem to be of this world. Whoa. Whoa, those are heavy words. Because Scopper knows the truth. He should know the words that come out of Scopper's mouth. I'm measuring each one. These what a hideous form. So he's never seen something like this. Not even in the Void Century? Question mark? You don't even seem to be of this world, which makes Emu otherworldly. Wow. Oh, is he caught onto the he's floating up because he chopped his axe into the branch above. What a random branch. Who art thou? What? Someone who understands the world. What do you mean, who art thou? You don't even know the Roger Pirate crew. Damn. I mean, I guess it's been 20 years, and I guess he wouldn't remember what he looked like over that time. Interesting. That'd be interesting if he did remember Scopper. One who knows the truth of the world. Someone who understands the world. Damn, Scopper's aura farming with that drop and then walk away. Oh, walking to Luffy. Look at that pose. He's strutting, dude. One leg in front of the other. He is strutting. Question mark? Wish. Ah. Hey. Get up, Straw Hat Luffy. Oh! He got him by the face. Damn. Yo, Scopper's pissed. Oh my god. That is brutal. This might be more brutal than getting stabbed in the first place, getting dragged up and then getting he's not I don't even read the rest. Get up, Straw Hat Luffy, and then grabbing him by the jaw. That's brutal. He's about to get scolded. I already see the word disappointment. Oh my god. You're a Oh, I knew the word disappointment was there, but I didn't know it was you're a disappointment. Ah, it hurts. You're a disappointment. An injured old man just had to save your ass. Don't you have any shame? Oh my god. Oh my god. Is this Oda speaking? You know how like Oda like talks about the character sometimes like, "Oh, we'll see how long Luffy makes the fight last." Like sometimes they'll say stuff like that. And you're like, "Oda, you're writing this. You choose." Is this Oda speaking to Luffy through Scopper? You're a disappointment. And what the hell? An injured old man just had to save your ass. Don't you have any shame? Crazy. So you have a shiny white form and became an emperor. Ah, big deal. Don't get cocky. That's crazy. Emu's just like, yeah, Emu's with a ... Emu's like, what is happening? It hurts, old man. Let me go. This is crazy. Rayleigh would... I want to see Rayleigh do this. Rayleigh, like, no, not my young buds. But again, at this level, once he's a Yonko, you wouldn't coddle a Yonko. This is how you talk down to a Yonko. Scopper right now is talking down to a Yonko, but the thing is, he's lifting him up. He's lifting him up because he knows he believes in him. He believed in him, and that's why it's a disappointment. It wouldn't be a disappointment if he didn't believe in him. But he's lifting him up to his level while talking down to him to show him that he believes in it. It's crazy. If he didn't believe in him, he wouldn't even touch him. He'd just leave him on the ground and spit at him. Big deal, don't get cocky. That's what he would do. But instead, he lifts him up, grabs him by his jaw, Tells him, stand back up, you're an emperor. Do you want to die here? Yeah, I'm not gonna die. Let me go. Yo, I want to know what Luffy would have done. Like, if Scopper didn't show up, what would Luffy have done? And he says, I'm not gonna die so confidently. You may as well. You're pathetic. Do you know what will happen if you croak now? Yo, I feel like these are just like our words. These words that Scopper is spitting right now, ours. Scopper's speaking for us. Okay. Dang. I won't be able to save my friend's home. Oh, Luffy musters it up just to say that. That's right, and what will happen to your crew? Dang, this is like reverse. This is like, imagine if... The thing is, we don't know the disparity between Luffy and Emu. But Rayleigh was well aware of the disparity between Luffy and Kizaru. So there was no point in, like, even having this conversation back then. What'll you do if you die now? Oh, my crew will lose. Well, I'll die. Blah blah blah. We'll go to prison. It's like, yeah. What can you do? Yeah, against Kizaru at Sabaody, nothing. Absolutely nothing. But here, there seems to be a belief that Luffy can do something, which is why Scopper is taking this a different direction. What does he know about the world? What does he understand that we don't? Or not we, but like aren't understanding. They'd be in danger. Right. Remember when you rise up in this sea, the number of enemies targeting you only increases. The king of the pirates is a title reserved for one whose death is celebrated because everyone's gunning for their throne. Damn. As he drips blood. Drip, drip. Very crazy. He's two-handing that. I like how Emu's just letting this happen. If any part of you still thinks becoming Pirate King is going to be a stroll in the park, then go home now. It hurts, damn it. If you're not cut out for this, you're just in the way, you stupid brat. Dang. Is this how Scopper... Is this how Scopper is a father, too? Is this a reflection of what he would be? Because I like it. He's a little strict. Tough love. He's like, some would look at this as him tossing him while he's mortally wounded, as like, what are you doing, old man? You're just gonna hurt him more. But like, he knows he can handle this. He's actually throwing him to safety. This is a safety lob. You know? There's behind this branch, there's a heart. You just don't see it. This is a throw of love. He would have just dropped him if he didn't love him. But no. He would have threw him home. That's how hard Scopper can throw. That hurt. That's all Luffy. Has Luffy said anything else besides this hurts? It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. I mean, he had this like response, obviously, but he's just been saying it hurts. That hurt. It hurts. Ugh. Damn old fart. He keeps on running his mouth. I'll show him. Bro, Luffy, show us. Why are you doing it for Scopper? Do it for me. I'm pulling out genie ass. Even Emu's like, bro, what do you mean do it? I'll show him. Show me. What am I, chopped liver? What the heck? Okay. And then Scopper locks in. Dual wielding praying mantis axe. Praying mantis plume. Plum? Plum. Reference to a parable in Zhuangzi about a praying mantis attempting to stop an emperor's carriage. Dang, so he's rolling praying mantis. Emu does a spinning attack or spinning defense, it looks like. So we're just going straight into battle after that dialogue. See, the thing is, like, I not that I don't know what this does. Like, obviously, motivating Luffy, yes, yes. But like I keep on saying, it's like I don't know what Luffy needs to be able to do. Like against Kizaru, it was like, oh, he couldn't touch him, so we need Haki, which we didn't know about back then. So it's like there's something there that Luffy needs to achieve, and I guess it's just conquers Haki. Like I don't know, or is it just not doing dumb shit like Genie? Is it using his brain like battle IQ? Is that what it is? Hmm. Just try harder. What if you give up right now? Everyone will die. Yeah, exactly. If you're not cut out for this, you're just in the way, you stupid brat. Okay, all right. So Scobber takes this into his own hands. Is this a jest? Oh no, is this gesture maxing? Is that what Emu's saying? You want to kill him, don't you? Indeed. So Emu does want to kill him. He was just like waiting it out. He was just like, how many slashes can I put through you before you croak? Okay. Scopper is locked in battle. He really reminds you of him, doesn't he? Ooh! Joy Boy! Damn. Okay, he's pulling out the wound the salt in the for the wounds. That's what he's pulling out. He's putting salt in the wound. Because this is what Emu was just talking about. He's like, why are you bringing up these old memories? If you're not Joy Boy, who are you? I'm Monkey D. Luffy. Ew, your name is gross. That's allegedly not alleged. That's essentially what happened. Okay, he goes, who art thou again? What dost thou know of Mu? Oh my god. Wait, please and wait, what is happening? Onibame Toshiro? Oh, there's a new okay, look at that. He's a new sword appears from the Omen circle wrapped in an Omen fire thing. I mean, I swear, I think these Omen, like, it might be like, is this just one the king that wielded the sword? Like, is that what it is? And we talked about that, but like, I feel like these fires have to do something with the blades, right? So it's like if these are souls, souls of the blade, souls of the person who wielded the blade, whatever. Bahone Bame, so bone explosion? No, what does bone eater. Bone eater forged by one of the big three of Japanese swordsmith. Oh. Interesting. But yeah, okay, back to the dialogue. What dost thou know of Mu? I love that Emu's asking the question that's the most important. And like maybe we get the answer. I mean, we 99% we're not gonna get this answer, but this is the question I want to know. What does Scopper know about Emu from the Void Century? Simple. We didn't need Emu to like yap. Emu's pre-yapping. Emu's genuinely curious. What dost thou know? Oh, is he? Yo, I've talked about this part before. It's like, what if he's embarrassed? What if there's something in there that he knows? Oh, he's wielding both the Honibami Toshiro, and the Xingtian. He's got both. Since Scopper's dual wielding, he's like, I'm a dual wield too. I learned from Joy Boy. Okay, so that confirms what the One Piece is, right? I learned from Joy Boy's own words. That means we have like, it's the dial. or like it's like a Kuma bubble. Like it's straight up just Joy Boy's own voice. Does this not just tell us what's at Laughdale? I learned from Joy Boy's own words. I mean, which we kind of like already understood. I think everybody pretty much guessed that like the truth of the Void Century was told from Joy Boy's perspective, and that was at Laughdale. The question is like, what exactly is there? But isn't this just the one piece? Is the one piece of Joy Boy's own words? Don't get me wrong, I have no intention of chasing after a person from the past that I've never seen or met. I have no intention of chasing after a person from the past that I've never seen or met. I just want to see my captain's dream through till the end. Cough, cough. Oh, he's coughing up blood? It looks like blood. Captain. Arg, stupid old man looking down on me. Yup, he was looking down on you. Come on, heal, even if just for a bit. Who is this captain? The king of the pirates, Goldie Roger. Okay, we got the mention. Dang. This is crazy. Okay. What lies ahead? What's next? There we go. This is distasteful. Why is a D being called King of the Pirates? Do not let his name spread any further. As you command. Wow. So that was a command ordained by yours truly to stop the spread of the King of the Pirates' name, Goldie Roger. So they changed his name to Gold Roger. That's right, the one who ushered in this golden age of piracy. And why would his former crewmate protect Straw Hat Luffy? Because you're trying so hard to get rid of him. Doesn't that explanation seem the most obvious? Yeah, it does. But from Emu's perspective, that's interesting. Why would his former crewmate protect Straw Hat Luffy? Because he has the Nika fruit? And because they made it to Laughdale? And so that they know your deepest, darkest secrets from Joy Boy's own words? Is that not the case, Emu? Huh. When you declared a kid like that a threat, eventually someone that can surpass us will be born. We were just too early. There's Roger with his fresh cut. Looks like Oda put him through the barbershop real quick. His hair's not usually this short, I'm pretty sure. He just did this cut so he looks more like Ace. You may as well have announced that he is the one we've been waiting for. Damn, we got the lineup. Roger, Rayleigh, Crocus, Shanks, Odin, Whitebeard. You may as well have announced that he is the one we've been waiting for. What is Luffy doing? Huff, huff. A valid point. We were hasty and foolish. Perhaps we simply mistook numerous coincidences for fate. Let us put an end to this. Wait, you idiot. So he puts another fire thingy, Maki ball, on Luffy. They dash. Sorry, Treasure Tree Adam. I don't want to devour you, but... Ooh. Arg. Ouch. Damn, my joints ache. This body of mine's gotten run down. Ooh, he's pulling out the full attack. That punk. I won't forgive him, even if he's Rayleigh's friend. Dig. Kamuto. Okay, so then Scopper unleashes an attack that completely devours the tree, splitting it with every Conquer's Hockey blast. Okay. Ah! He split the tree branch that they're on, and so that they're falling. Okay. So Emu's attack got stopped. He was in the middle of Stigma. He didn't bring the Stigma to his eye, though. He didn't finish the word either. All he needed to say was mom. Stigma. Okay. Old as thou art still the Pirate King's crew. Huff huff. Is that what you think? 8,000 / Grim Thong? Honebami. Okay. There's a big slash colliding. Emu withstands it. I could say the same to you, you know. As Emu is bleeding more than against anybody else is bleeding. Realm. Oh, they're falling all the way down to the realm of the dead. Okay. Wow. So the branch that they cut, this is the branch. So the branch, all of the branches gonna fall. Wait, doesn't that mean like the village falls too? Aren't they attached? Doesn't everything just fall now? Damn. Look at this destruction. Realm of the Sun. What's that? Kia. What? Did Luffy do that? No. It was someone else, and they're strong. Overwhelmingly strong. Huh? Oh! Oh my god, his arm. Oh no. Scopper got de-armed in this attack. So this clash, oh, you can see it right here, the blood. The 8,000 / Grim Throng Honebami took his arm. Oh, that's the last page. Oh, we're under. What? Old man. And pause. 29.56. Look at that. I got the flip. I got that double. You flip it, you get 56.56. Look at that. I almost got it again, too, with the 2.9. Ooh. End pull. Just under 30 minutes. 52% of you guys. Wow. That was pretty close. Once I realized this was the last page, and I looked up at the timer, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm so close!" Wow, wow, what a chapter! Wait, there's not even a Shonen Jump editor note thingy. There's no like, ending line. 4 seconds is crazy. Under 30 minutes, par is washed. Let me live a little. Come on. I was living on the edge right there. That was speeding through. If I had a nickel for every time a Pirate King's crewmate lost an arm for Luffy, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird it happened twice. And the same arm, too. Damn. Because of Luffy, man. He can't hold it. Well, he couldn't hold his own kid anyways. That's Scopper's fault a little bit. I wonder. I guess he could pick up Colin if he used his Conquer's Hockey. Imagine that. Another pull for under over 40 minutes for Sai to show up? Nah. Bet he did really lose it. Everybody gonna be disappointed in Luffy like Gohan not going full power. Yeah, I mean, like, listen, this conversation is needed, right? I just don't know, like, was Luffy not taking the fight seriously? it's hard to say, right? Like, yeah, Genie was silly, but like Gear 5 is silly. Is the problem that he wasn't taking the fight seriously, or he doesn't know how to take the fight? Like, I don't know what the problem is. With, again, bringing back the Kizaru Rayleigh situation, the problem was Luffy was just too weak and didn't know about hockey. In this one, it's like, I'm not sure what's the problem, but Scopper is wounding Emu. Look, there's no blood, and then they fight, and then Emu's bleeding. Where is it? Right here? Yeah, Emu's bleeding right here after the Kamudo. And is coughing up blood and pulling out their attacks, too. Like I said this before, too. Like, if this is Scopper's Ifrit Jambe, right? Like his strongest attack. Then like is what Scopper want to see Bajrang gun out of Luffy? Is it just you have to use your strongest attacks always? Like, is that what it is? Let me see. Spencer with the $2 super chat says, I could say the same. Scopper implies Emu on Joy Boy's crew. Where does it say that? Wait, where? I think he just means he's old too. Wait, did I miss it? Old man. I could say the I could say the same to you, you know. Hold on, let me reread this. Old as thou art still the Pirate King's crew. Huff huff. Is that what you think? Thousand Grimthong. I could say the same to you, you know. Hmm. Old as thou art still the Pirate King's crew. Huff huff. Is that what you think? And then he says, I could say the same to you, you know. It's interesting. I mean, the first things that Stopper says, what a hideous form. You don't even seem to be of this world. Hmm. I took it as old, but who knows? Yeah. Yeah, he's axe hand scopper. This is the same attack Gaban used on Luffy and Zoro in the castle, but 100 times stronger. Yeah. It's most likely him just saying he's old too. Old but strong. Thought Emu listened to Gaban's rant because it was also accurate to past Emu. Hmm. I agree with the old. I just wonder if there's more to it, says Spencer. Unk alert. Appreciate it. Time Lord. I'm not unking out here. I'm just a little. I'm trying to hash it out in my brain right now. Is he saying that he's too old, or is he saying because you have a certain pedigree too? That's a. I would like. I'm gonna. You know, let's see Viz translation too. Is that what you think? Old as thou art still part, still though thou art still the Pirate King's crew. Yeah. Is that what you think? I could say the same to you, you know. That is kind of interesting. I didn't catch that. Lunas with the $2 super chat says, based on what he said, is Luffy about to regen heal? It sounds like it. It sounds like Luffy's about to heal. I don't know like why he he's never done something like that before, you know? I guess like Marineford, but it's been left literally, but I think it's old. Yeah, I think I could see it meaning both, but like that would imply that Scopper knows who Emu is, right? But prior to that, this part of the conversation, it doesn't seem like like Scopper knows exactly, right? But where does he say? He says, right here. Don't get me wrong. I have no intention of chasing after a person from the past that I've never seen nor met. I just want to see my captain's dream through the end. So this line is different though, like than the first line where he goes, "What a hideous form! You don't even seem to be of this world." Like implying that like he's never seen something like this before, right? But you could say that the hideous form, like he knows who it is, and he's like, "What a disgusting like visual you are," because he only learned from Joy Boy's own words. So don't get me wrong, I have no intention of chasing after a person from the past that I've never seen nor met. Like if he's heard about him from Joy Boy's words, then he's never seen him, never met him. Hmm. Maybe so. No, I'm not saying no. I'm not saying like Scopper and Emu have met in the past. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that like if Joy Boy's own words are on Laugh Tale, right? In what form are they on Laugh Tale? Are they written down? Are they spoken like through a dial? Or is it like a Kuma bubble where you can like see like how Bonnie saw like what happened to Kuma, right? Like in what form are these words encapsulated? And there are other versions of that too. Like if there's a mural present, right? Is a visual of Mu present, Emu there, right? So like when Roger and them learned the truest history of the world, did they hear about Emu? Probably, right? Based off of this, it sounds like he's heard about Emu, but he's never seen or met Emu, right? But based off of what he learned from Laugh Tale, he could have heard about Emu. He just never seen the form. It's kind of like hearing about Joy Boy and then hearing about the white form, and then Vegapunk sees him and goes like, "Oh my god, that's the White Warrior," you know? I bet it's a hologram. What's a hologram? What do you bet is a hologram, Megamix? Maybe Emu's on the King's crew in his era par on Joy Boy's crew before betraying him. Yeah, I think that's what Spencer's saying. So they're both old but still strong enough to be King's crewmates. Yes, that's what I believe that's what Spencer was saying. It's not the real Gabon, Alejandro Solis? Did you type that sober? If he knows everything, then he should know of Emu. He could, but the thing is, like, what if this form is post Void Century? You know? What if this, like, if Emu, or, okay, let's say it's a journal that Joy Boy wrote down. He wrote down a journal, and it's words, right? And then Joy Boy writes, Emu transformed into some hideous creature, and blah blah blah. The nuance of how that was written wouldn't transcend. Like, he wouldn't know exactly what Emu looks like. It would be a first reaction, just like how the White Warrior thing was, right? Okay, it's possible until we get more evidence. I'll just take it as old man banter. Yeah, that's what we're kind of figuring. Like, I think it would only make sense if Stopper was able to deduce who Emu is based off of just visual and him being there. But the problem with doing such a thing, right, is like, however Joy Boy's words are encapsulated at Laughtale, they can't be his final words. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of interesting, but like, it's not like Joy Boy dies, and as he's dying, Emu allows him to disseminate his information and store it at Laughtale. Whatever information's at Laughtale has to precede Joy Boy's death. So Emu might be a creation that spawned post Joy Boy's story that is stored at Laughtale, which would mean that in order for Scopper to deduce who Emu is, they would have to take a character from the story and predict and theorize, essentially. That's kind of how I'm seeing it, right? It'd be weird if if Joy Boy in at Laughtale put down their words, and in their words was, my former vice captain betrayed me, turned into a red hideous horned monster, and their name was Emu or Moo. But the thing is, like, they should know who Moo is, like, based off of he said his name, right? Wait, actually, hold on. Did he say his name? Oh, dost thou know Moo? Dost thou know Moo? Yeah. Does the conversation change after that? Oh, let me double check this. Because after he says his name. Oh, yeah, this conversation happens after he says his name. So that means Scopper knows. Because if they first meet, if Joy Boy and Emu met in that phone call, and the name is given, Emu, my name is Moo, Neurona, whatever. Emu Neurona's in the books. Scott, yeah, nah, it would be weird. It'd be weird if the 20 Kings beat Joy Boy. What story is that Laughtale? It's not. Is it going to contain the 20 Kings? Oh, maybe that's the problem. the 20 Kings aren't like a group yet. Maybe they're characters in his story. Oh no, but it'd still have the name. Never mind. Like if Joy Boy went to the kingdom of Nerona, let's just say the name of the kingdom is Nerona, and the king's name is Mu, then Scopper should know who this is after it says, "Dost thou know Mu?" Before going to his death, it's basically a written version of Roger's execution speech. This is similar to Roger's journey where he's aware he couldn't fulfill his dream and to leave it to future generations. Yeah, it's interesting. The One Piece isn't at Laughtale. The story at Laughtale teaches you how to control Emu. You need the mermaid princess. Emu is the One Piece. Mu maybe his avatar name, like a real name Usopp. Mu is Sogeking. No, Mu. I don't. But even then, it'd be more like Usopp and Uso King or something like that. Because Emu and Mu, like, I would not be able to suspend belief that like if the character in Joy Boy's story is Nerona Emu, and then he goes, "Does thou know Mu?" And it's like, how many people are close to Mu? You know? Oh, I see. Mega Migs. The hologram is at Laughdale. I get what you mean. The purest voices of the past. All I know is that Emu clearly doesn't know what the One Piece is. Yeah, I can gather that much. Yeah, which is interesting because that means that they weren't listening to Vegapunk at all. What country do you think Nerona family rules? Maybe Mihawk's abandoned one. I mean, that's a $1,000 question right there, $1 million question. Why wouldn't he know? Who art thou? What dost thou know of Mu? Because if the idea is that Scopper knows the history from Laughtale, and Vegapunk said it's like the purest voices of the history or whatever, then it would imply that whatever knowledge is there is known, like Emu would know of it, but Emu's unaware of what is known about Emu. You know what I mean? It's kind of interesting. I guess it's not that confirm. It doesn't like confirm it 100% because it'd be if like Sai wrote a book about me, or not about me, but wrote a book and I was in it. I would be like, "What?" And someone read the book. I would ask them, "What do you think about me?" Nah, that's a little narcissistic, but I guess Emu would like that's. I'd be like, "What do you think about the book?" You know. But I guess Emu jumped to, "What do you know about me?" Because it's like the book might not be full, right? But it is the purest voices of the Void Century. Damn. Yeah, this chapter's interesting. This chapter is a little bit of a brain teaser. Because, like, depending on what you believe the One Piece is and what Joy Boy left behind, what portion of the history, your interpretation of this chapter changes a lot. And I'm not even talking about the Scopper implying the crew thing. That one I'm putting up in the air for now. I'm just wondering, like, it's to me, it seems like based off of visuals, Scopper couldn't tell who Emu was. But when he said, what dost thou know about Mu? That's when Scopper says, "Don't get me wrong, I have no intention of chasing after a person from the path I've never seen or met." Right? That's right after Emu divulges their name. Does he say it earlier? Does he say it like, "I am Mu, I am Nerona"? No, he doesn't. It just says, what a hideous form. Yeah. Just like the president not knowing the right hand man of the most. Yeah, I find that part like I'll suspend my belief for that, you know. I'll take that one. He recognizes Brooke from the Afro thing, but he doesn't know about Gabon. When Somers does, though. Wait, Narukami, what's not a stretch? Who knows about Ace and Sabo, but some has clues about the Gabon. That's fair. You know what? I guess it's because it's kind of like Scopper got older. It's been 20 years since he's been in the headlines. Like, I guess that's why. If we're truly, if we want to like litigate it a little bit, yeah, Gabon disappeared from the world. Like, to be fair, Scott Somers recognized him though. Somers W then? Yeah, it's kind of messed up. This is like it's interesting too because we're supposed to technically put Sanji in place of Scopper when we're talking about the Pirate King's crew. So this is like Sanji, the Roger Sanji is fighting off Emu right now, and it makes me think about that line that Sanji said that he would become the most wanted criminal. I believe that Scopper. Listen, like Scopper loses an arm. Honestly, that shouldn't put him down, but do I think that he can beat Emu? No. Do I think he gets back up? Probably not. But if what I'm understanding about Stopper's speech to Luffy is he's supposed to get back up, right? Because if he loses here, he loses his son, he loses his wife or baby mama, right? So, like, based off of Stopper's speech, he gets up to fight again because life isn't a stroll in the park. Somers has PTSD. To be fair, I don't know why Scopper hasn't killed Somers. What would you do if Luffy goes Gear 6 here because of anger? Who said Fiso? Fiso. That's not the kind of oh, I'd be mad. Oh, okay. I didn't read the full comment yet. I'm like, who's saying that? Is this random shorts comment? Yeah, Luffy going Gear 6. I don't know. Doesn't feel right. If Scobber dies here, there's no payoff to his dialogue in the castle about surviving Elbaf. Yeah, I don't think Scobber. I think Scobber dies. I just don't think it's from this. I think Scobber's speech is like it's literally. What does he say to Luffy? Any part of you still thinks becoming Pirate King is going to be a stroll in the park, then go home now. You're not cut out for this. You're just in the way, you stupid brat. What does he say before this? You want to die here? I'm not going to die. You may as well. You're pathetic. Like, Scobber doesn't want to die. But in order to pull up, like, he either needs to see Luffy contend for the fight, or he just gets back up and fights more and dies. It's weird because like I feel like Scobber should like obviously you don't cut off his arm and then kill him. That's the weird part, right? He cut off his arm to keep him alive. Psy coming? Psy should be coming. Chapter been out, so let me see. He'll probably hop in around 2. And this. Let me just hop into the Discord room in case he does show up early. Okay. Let me pull up the chat again. Let me make sure I got all the super chats actually. Yeah, I did. Cool, cool, cool. Live. Later, Fiso. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. So I was up till 7 a.m. doing his review. Damn. Damn. Did the chapter come out at 7 a.m.? I think it's plot reasons, but if I had to find universe reason, he doesn't know who Gaban is. In another translation on X, Scopper basically said Luffy's not built for this before throwing Luffy. Yeah, I mean, that's accurate, right? I just want to know what Luffy needs to build, what Luffy needs to do, what Luffy needs to get. I have no idea. Like, even against in this fight with Scopper versus Emu, I don't know what Scopper did that, like, not that Luffy can't do, but that Luffy needs to be serious about, you know? Like, I understand that Luffy wasn't taking seriously, I guess, is what we're supposed to understand. But the only difference between Luffy and Scopper is Luffy's not using a sharp edge. He's not using a blade. So is the point that Luffy needs to get a weapon? Like, you can't win if you don't want to kill? Is that the problem? Like, Luffy doesn't want to kill Emu? Because, like, Scopper does ask, you want to kill him, don't you? And he's talking about Emu, and then right after, Emu pulls up the flame on Luffy and is about to kill him. Lunas with the $5 super chat says, do you think Emu knows what the One Piece could be? Knows about the Poneglyphs, but was shocked that Gaban knew Joy Boy. Does he know about what Roger found? So a little bit about what we were discussing earlier. I think that Emu doesn't know what... He might know what the One Piece is in concept, like that it's a truth of the world or that it's Joy Boy's story, but he might not know what story is told. Does that make sense? Like, if I said to, like, you guys, like I'm gonna go write my review after this thing, it's like you guys might know because you guys are here what I might talk about, but you guys would still click on the video, hopefully, to figure out what I ended up focusing on or talking about. Even though you guys are here for my reaction, here for my discussion, if I posted a review, it probably would be different than a lot of the things I talked about, right? So that's kind of like Emu wants to know about the review. What did Joy Boy leave behind? He doesn't necessarily know, right? Rocks. We talked about it a little bit. It in my opinion, it's still up for debate if he's saying the whole crewmate thing there. It's hard. Because it could be that he's just saying that he's old as thou art. Like there's two things that are said. One is that he's old, and one is that he's on the Pirate King's crew. So when Scopper says, "I could say the same to you," is he saying the old part, or is he saying the Pirate King's crew? So, according to Fiso, who translated, it was more along the lines of the old part, but this part was translated literally, so it's not like we can't really say based off of that alone. We need more context, but um it is curious um if there's a possible double, like he means both, you know. It makes it seem like Emu's a power scaler. Lol. Old and slow. Gaban, Emu didn't know that Lily was a traitor until Cobra told him about the letter, even if he most likely had his suspicions. Yeah. Well, I don't even think he had the suspicions because they called it a mistake. I don't know. If you were suspicious of somebody, you wouldn't say like, I guess you would say, was it a mistake? But then he said Lily's mistake from 800 years ago. See, Pirate King being in a race title, a race with the Void Century. Could be an erased title. I mean, seemingly whoever gets the Laugh Tale gets dubbed the Pirate King unbeknownst to them. Like, it's not like Roger went around saying that I'm the Pirate King. Somehow, some way, that news spread throughout the world. And Morgan's was the person who posted the headlines, right? I say that because he asked specifically how Lily signed the letter. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like the suspicions of what was her name, like that the name would have been okay. No, I see what you're saying. That does lean a little bit more. You are if you're just waiting for how she signed the letter and the name, okay, that's fair. I would still say that like he was. How about this then? It's more that like he was leaning towards forgiving Lily. Like his suspicions were there, but he didn't want the suspicions to be there. Does that make sense? I feel like that makes sense. Also, it's getting kind of hot with this on. I might take it off. Let's see. Do I look better or worse? I look worse. I'm just gonna leave it on. I look terrible with this on this shirt, but I don't have a secondary. I gotta get this closet. I gotta get this closet set up with shirts inside it, so I could just go up there and change into one of my One Piece shirts. Um, yeah, he was coping that Lily didn't betray him. Exactly. Morgan made up the Pirate King title. Well, that's where it's hard, Alondra. So we don't know if he made it up or it was like what people were saying and then he made it up. Like he amplified it per se, right? Like there's interesting mechanisms that could be at play here, right? It could be that like when Roger makes it to Laughdale, there's something that triggers like after the story is heard, kind of like a death switch, like a Vegapunk's death switch, where not that the news is broadcasted, but something happens that like it announces it somehow. You know what I mean? Like maybe the animals speak it. Maybe that's how Morgan's found out in the first place. But it could be that Morgan's is the amplifier rather than the herald, the heralder of good news. Emu is not a parrot. It's emu being a bird or a parrot is a. No, I'm not gonna say it's a strong enough theory. Is a strong enough community, was accepted strongly enough by the community that so many needed to address it, that it is a welcomed meme, I would say, which is why I memed about it at the beginning of the chapter. Um, where I draw the, like, emu being this this chapter, I guess, gives a lot of fuel if you want to believe that emu is Joy Boy's parrot. This chapter gives the fuel for the whole, like, thing. Like, I could say it the same to you. I could see how the emu is part of the fandom is gonna take that with, like, and light it on fire. But I like emu being a bird, emu being an animal. I'm for that. I'm not mad at that. But emu being Joy Boy's parrot, that's where I probably draw the line. Not probably. I think I draw the line there. You know, I just don't feel it. Now, emu being Joy Boy's friend separately, sure, I could see that. I definitely see that. Right? So that's where it's like, what do I want to choose more? Do I want to choose the side where emu is like a king that was a friend of Joy Boy, or do I want to choose the side that emu is actually just a parrot that became Joy Boy's parrot and he became the king of the world because he stood on the shoulder of giants? Oh my god. Oh my god, if that's not a part of the theory that emu is a parrot because he stood on the shoulders of giants, I don't know what they're doing. It's funny, when I learn lilies are toxic to parrots, that's when I kind of lean a bit on the theory. Yeah, see, it's random shit like that. He's Lily's pet. Oh no. It was Sunbell that told Morgan about his parent, captain. Yeah, Sunbell as opposed to Barbell. It was probably just Barbell wearing a hat. Something else to acknowledge is that um my spoiler theories for 1190 were wrong. We did not get Void Century flashback or any kind of flashback, really. Um, we just got some dialogue that discusses it a little bit, but this one's a theoretical discussion about the Void Century. This part, though, no intention of chasing after a person from the past I've never seen or met. Yeah, it's interesting because, like, does Joy Boy die when the 20 Kings win? Or does he die after the 20 Kings win? Like, do you guys know what I'm saying? Like, in the battle against the 20 Kings in the Ancient Kingdom, does Joy Boy die in the battle? Or is it like Odin, where Odin died after? Like at an execution. Would Laboon ever think that Yorkie would betray him like he did? Damn. Why was that question ever so randomly Oh, it's a pet could never imagine its master betraying it. That's why Emu can imagine Lily betraying him. Oh, because the Emu is Lily's parrot. Lily's pet. Interesting. Huh. Imagine Karoo being emu. Wild. Emu is a laboon is quite the theory title. I was gonna jump off the emu as a parrot theory by like saying like if you guys seen the emu as a parrot theory, blah blah blah. Like if this theory is true, then this is my addition to it. But I never. But then I was like, it doesn't really make sense to do it like that. Too much thought. Karoo is emu. Emu is more like a southbird. Yeah. Vintage sending the flow state. Appreciate it. Oh, I gotta stay in the middle because the shorts viewers are viewing me right here. Um, let's see. So if I gotta lean back, I gotta lean back like this. Let me get my hair in the front so I look more scroll stopping. I feel like this is scroll stopping. Having the chapter there and then my hair. There we go. Big Moo related to yeah. Moo's not that not there yet. I don't know, right? Actually, are they? I guess Lucia is a little bit is kind of close. Not it's actually not that close when you think about it. But the rest of the world stuff, like the hunt, but Emu doesn't partake in that, right? I guess neither does the big Yahoo. Alejandro Sosa $2 super chat says Joy Boy dies drowning, floating down to Fishman Island. Why? Wait, Narakami, why? I mean not Narakami. Alejandro Sosa, why? I was paused on Narakami chat and then I said Narakami. Alejandro Sosa, why? What would that achieve? I've been working on a Karoo is emu theory. Oh. Yeah, like I'm down for emu to be a bird. South bird, parrot, bird, whatever. Just not Joy Boy's bird. Vanderdeken's backstory? Nah. Then Joy Boy had to walk the plank. Basically, emu possessed people that were close to V for her entire life. He is her soldier. Hmm. It makes it interesting. Like it makes it interesting. This question: do you want to kill him? Don't you? Indeed, because then that kind of tells Scopper a little bit about who Emu is, and it says he really reminds you of him, doesn't he? Talking about Joy Boy, it's like poking, but like because reasonably, Scopper shouldn't know the creation of like the world government stuff because that part's not in Joy Boy's story, right? That wouldn't make sense if it's before he dies. It's not like they just had Joy Boy watching the creation and see like Emu transform into this creature. Frogus. You know what's interesting about that? How can he be a parrot and a celestial dragon at the same time? Well, it'd be ironic. It would also just be like um projection, but the main thing is broken my brain, and you should ask that question is why is there a Yeti on the Holy Nights? Don't forget, at God Valley, there was a Holy Night that was a Yeti. And they were racist against ancient giants, but yet an ancient giant was about to be. I mean, I say about to be, but he was essentially knighted. He was given a deep sea contract, so he's a holy knight. You know, Laughdale just has a bunch of DVDs, and the reason they were too late is they need someone to invent DVD players. Yeah, good old portable DVD players. Unlucky Emperor. If Emu is a Sonic Duck, maybe he got mad. Lily started riding Joy Boy, and not him as much. Justin. Why did I read that? I read that out loud. Um, Part Yeti form could just be his fruit. It could be. Could be. Could be using hybrid. Be interesting if he was just chilling in a hybrid. But I guess Killingham is an exception too, right? Any chance Davy is still alive walking the seafloors? I don't think so, right? I'm uh I'm gonna say he's dead, but I do remember Rock saying I've never met him. So it's like, is it possible that he's alive? Like, I don't know. Let me double check that. What chapter was that? That was 1163, 1162. Davy D. Jones. That's the name of the previous king of the world. Oh no, it's before this. So thou art the one, Davy Jones. I'm afraid you got the wrong guy. I've never even met the man. That said, I believe promises are meant to be kept. Like, it is debatable if he's still alive. But I just don't know what grounds you like even discuss this under, you know? Davy D. Jones and Van Decken should be the same, to be honest. I kind of agree, but it doesn't like make full sense, you know? But I did, Van Decken being a mushroom, Davy Jones being a mushroom wouldn't make the headlines, but Davy Jones being Van Decken, like, I could see it. It's just interesting. Yeah, he was originally human. The rule is if you are killed in a flashback, you are dead, except Saul. Yeah, I kind of get that. Imagine though we get Candel, right? That'll break the mold for you. I imagine. Does that make Vanderdeck and a Davy? I would say yeah, but like again, again, like how do I say this? I don't know what value that would be giving Vanderdecken in what way for the story, like to have him related to Blackbeard and Rocks. Like even if I were to say that and I had a bunch of examples or reasons, the main thing, the backstories are interesting, right? When you go back to my original video, the first half of the video of the Vanderdecken is a mushroom video, is talking about how the original Vanderdecken should probably be a human who like betrayed the gods, but like the gods in that instance would be the celestial dragons. And so I was like, what, is it possible that they were celestial dragons? I'm pretty sure I said that in that video. Um which that would make the whole Davy Jones things even more interesting, but I just don't know what it would do per se. Um because it's not like Lily and them, like I guess Davy Jones is one of the 20 kings. Eventually we'll see their weapon. But it'd be interesting that Emu didn't whip it out against rocks, but maybe he couldn't because it was inside Saturn's body. Just looked it up. The Jolly Roger for Flying Dutchman is interesting. I should remember what the Flying Dutchman Jolly Roger. Mouth open. Is that what it is? The Yapper. Oh, you're talking about in One Piece, the Flying Dutchman in One Piece. Yeah. Yeah, it does have the vampire teeth. There's a bird among the moon pirates too. They're everywhere. Was there really a bird? Davy made contacts with the living? Yes. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Not too sure about all the bird stuff, Davy stuff, parrot, Joy Boy's parrot. It's all interesting. Sent hiding. Hydrogen. Oh, was it because I was. Wait, is that a mecha chameleon thing? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, the Joy Boy tapes. Scopper watched them all. The Flying Dutchman song is interesting. Diamond Ring. Yeah, the song is interesting. Yeah, I remember there's a bunch of things that could tie back. The crows, they also have mention of birds in there too. The kingdom where the crows fly, or not even the crows fly, something like that. Vanagon could be the parallel for end of series. Blackbeard goes mad after losing Shiroshi, throws away his crew, unlike Luffy, then drowns because of his devil fruit. Birds make music technically. Birds do make music. Remember, when you rise up in the sea, the number of enemies targeting you only increases. The King of the Pirates is a title reserved for one whose death is celebrated, because everyone's gunning for their throne. That's an interesting line, too. Why are they gunning for their throne? Copper? What's at Laughtail? What's worth gunning there for? But the truth of the world, according to Vegapunk, and the power to change it and rule the worlds. It's all interesting. Did you see the TCG is going to release a Kaido drawn by the Baki artist? That's kind of lit. That's kind of nuts. What the heck? It's going to look like it's going to look like oh my god, I'm forgetting his name. The dad's name. It's going to look like him. It looks so silly. Oh, it's already out? Wait, what? Let me see this. Baki Kaido TCG card. Okay, let me pull it up so you guys can see it. There we go. On screen. It's not bad. It would have been cooler if he did like the full, like an upper body. Oh, or a demon back. Oh, that would be crazy if he did one of him flexing and made a face in Kaido's back and Kaido's head was turned. Oh, if he locked in, he would have done that for Kaido. Looks like Yujiro. Yeah, Yujiro. That's the name. Um, they assume it's treasure. Roger should have just told the truth. Yeah. Par, does Gabon's word imply that Roger's dream is still not fulfilled? Yes. That I'm pretty sure that's what the dream. Um, right here. I just want to see my captain's dream through till the end. So the dream is still ongoing. There's supposedly an end. Luffy also has an end to his dream, too. Mm, okay, let's see. Dang, Zoro looks crazy in this. Is this real? These are all the same artiste, the Baki artist. Luffy looks fine. Oh, you guys can't see. Let me see. Chopper actually looks kind of cool. Sanji and Zoro look busted. They look like clowns in the. Oh, my desk. I forgot I can't lift my desk up. I have to fix it. Nope. I tried fixing my desk just now, but I forgot. I forgot that I have to unwind the motor. Which I gotta be careful to do. Um let's see. Not surprised if One Piece is in memory. I do think Luffy is getting pushed to get a weapon. I don't know what else he could do. Yeah. Yeah. I think though that's where I'm leaning towards too. I have two schools of thought, I guess. One is Luffy gets a weapon, one is he doesn't, which is obviously so simple, but it's the logic behind it. Like essentially it's like, do these world weapons matter? Or are they another tool for Oda to stretch the story? Kind of in the same vein as like Warlords. Technically, they were a tool for Oda to stretch the story in a aspect that he at one point was like, I wish I made it less Warlords. Instead of 7, I wish I made 5. Um, it'd be pretty poetic for Scarborough to be disarmed and Luffy gets armed. Yeah, I imagine Luffy gets a shield, right? Like the shield is pretty cool. I like Captain America. I like the way the shield works. But Luffy's already kind of like a tank. But I think a shield would make sense because he's weak to stab and slashes. So it's like he needs a shield. Can't see Luffy using a weapon, maybe some iron gloves. Luffy had an axe at the start of the arc. No, he could pick up Gaban's axe. How will Oda explain the heirloom weapon abilities? Devil fruit, science, pure hockey. I don't think the heirloom weapons are going to be devil fruit, but pure hockey probably is it. Like omen hockey, something along those lines. If you want Luffy to start using a weapon permanently, then you hate Gear 5. No, I mean, I think he could use a weapon in Gear 5. I think it would be something that he pulls out only in Gear 5, to be honest. But, like, it's just a question of, what does the weapon mean? Because the way Emu uses the weapon is interesting, right? Like, to pull it out of inventory. And it's kind of like, does Luffy conjure up a weapon and then he just uses it when he's in Gear 5? You know? Luffy will use armor that stretches. That would be interesting, but like at that point, is it like Wukong's staff that like elongates? Is it like that? Like you could you use that defensively, and then it's like an armor, right? But like an armor that stretches. You mean like clothing? I guess Luffy did want armor. He's always wanted armor. Stealth black is what Luffy wanted. Hockey is the armor. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think armor is a little bit too on the nose, right? He'll be much weaker with a weapon than with his bare fists. Yeah, I could see that, but what if he turns his fists into weapons? Like instead of like the thing what if like when he told Shanks in chapter 1 like his punch is going to be as strong as a bullet, right? What if he turns his arm into a gun? Nah, I don't think that makes sense. But what if instead of that, when he's doing Gatling, his fist turns into knives and he turns into Gatling slash attack? Like, what if he's more free in that nature? So like he turns his arm into axes when he does a whip, and he turns his arm into the axe, coats it with hockey. That'd be kind of interesting. Reminds you of DGM. What's DGM? I prefer gauntlets too, but I think Oda's teased boxing gloves the most. Now you see the vision. Yeah, gloves that like transform. That'd be interesting. Luffy took off his sandals before fighting Emu because he's going to wear Emu. It's crazy. Oh, the Gray Man. Gotcha. MC's arms turned into weapons. Yeah, I was thinking of Baby Five when I was saying it, but I'm just imagining like as he punches, I had a long time ago. Actually, no, not a long time ago. My first video, period. So it wasn't even on YouTube. It was a TikTok. I said that Luffy like turns into a whip, like his arm would turn into like a whip, and like a whip has like a ball at the ends to carry the momentum and whip back. And so I kind of like the idea of his arm becoming a weapon, or like if he can get bigger. I think I also talked about in the video, why can't he get smaller? So maybe he does pinpoint damage. So like instead of getting Bajrang gun big, maybe he gets like needle thin, and he becomes like he starts perforating people. Be kind of nuts. Did I watch Loki Planetary Unleash on Adam Tree in the new episode? I did. I did see the clip. I didn't watch the whole episode, but did see the clip. It was nuts. If that's how that's getting animated, imagine all of this. He hasn't shrunk in a while, yeah. So you have a shiny white form and became an emperor. Could it imply that anyone can achieve a white form? I think so. I like that idea that it's implying that. I love that idea because I've always been on the boat that uh Gear 5 might be achievable by other people. Like Ant-Man, I could see Luffy try that, but not like not like Ant-Man. I guess like the way Ant-Man works, he usually turns his whole body smaller, but like I'm talking about like when you stretch a rubber band, you know how like the rubber band gets thinner and thinner and thinner? I'm saying that when Luffy goes like he stretches back and forth and at the end it's like a pinpoint. Like he's the same size, but he stretches enough that it gets smaller. Par you see classically? No, I did not. Like soccer? I mean football? Tiny Luffy reminds me of those fairy races with the pointy noses. Oh, you mean the disgusting Tentatas? Yuck, they're not going to be important. Yeah, but the Tentatas, I think Tentatas are a good idea too. More proof that Ange is Mosa. Yeah, we need more Ange's Mosa proof. Let me see where Sai's at. Did he message me back? Let's see. Oops, sorry for whistling. I don't know if that peaked the mic. Um, Wicca is kind of annoying though. The blue, the early one. No, it's League of Legends with classic mode starting. Oh, League of Legends with a classic mode starting at season 3, going backwards. I have not heard of that, but that makes me want to play. Tentata noses look like botched nose jobs. Scopper's attack has divine in it, matching the divine departure nomenclature. I wonder if Luffy gets divine attacks after learning he has a god fruit. Does he have a divine in there? Where does it say divine? This Kamudo? Which part is the divine? Is Kamudo the Kami? Is that they have a league classic at the moment? Items, maps, champs from the first 3 seasons. I played in season 4, so I don't even know if I would know that, but I know what characters to play. Oh my god, I would play Scion. I play Scion immediately. AP Scion. Or even AD Scion. Oh my god, old Scion. It's like a divine bite or divine arrival. I don't know, I'm not a translator. Gotcha. Oh, not all characters have the old kit. Damn. Scion so busted with the stun. Casting, of course, yeah. I think Scion is the new one. No. Ask Sai to play if he gets here. Yeah, I'll ask Sai. Oh, it is old Scion. Oh. one of the clips that got me to play, like, got me really hooked on League was Zion Spartan playing Scion. I think it was AP, and he just never died. And it was just so crazy. He just like 1v4'd in the top lane. That made me a fan. Dang, all you guys playing League? That's crazy. So many League players in the chat. Opar, compare 1190 to 590? Okay. That's an interesting request. What's 590? 590 is coming back to Sabaody. No, it's Rayleigh. Rayleigh asks Luffy if he wants to train, right? My little brother. Oh, where's your confidence? Oh, you're talking about the conversation Jinbei has? Yeah, see, this conversation's a little bit more telling, right? Are you blind to everything now? Where's your confidence that you can overcome anything? What happened to that strength that you never doubted? You've met countless ruthless enemies who can easily crush you in what you believe in. You even lost your brother, who is your guide on these seas. A giant wall stands between your eyes and the world. You can't see the way forward right now. Regret and guilt are consuming you. It may be painful for you now, Luffy, but fight it. Don't dwell on what you've lost. What is gone forever. Try to remember what you have still. That's what Scopper tried to do. But like even in this conversation, since like you need the confidence and not doubting your strength and all that stuff. Holding him by the jaw. You can see that. I wonder what Luffy's going to do. They were supposed to link up with Gabon. Now Gabon lost a limb. Yeah, I mean, I'm still in the belief that Gopper somehow ends up dying, but this chapter makes it hard. I like being honest and critical of my theory. Like this panel right here, kind of puts a arrow in the knee of that idea that Scopper dies, because oh we got Psy in the house. Can they hear you? Is the question. Here, say something. Okay, they can't hear you, but they should be able to hear you. Hold on. Yeah.
I'm even saying this stupid ass shit. Yeah, if they can't hear me, there's no point in saying this.
No, they can hear you now. They can hear you
these
now.
prophetic words. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
You guys missed the first lesson, and the first lesson was to always be on your toes.
Yeah. As Sai grabs the chat by the jaws and tells you, "You're not him. Who are you?" And Luffy has no answer besides "It hurts" over and over again.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that one bowling clip. He's like, "Who am I? I am here." He says something cool. What does he say? Fuck. Oh yeah, it's the iconic quote is, "Who do you think you are? I am." That shit's so fire, dude.
Yeah, very fire.
Who do you think you are? I am. And he's just like scored I think it was like just a strike. It's awesome.
I mean, that's the most you can score.
Well, yeah, it was an amazing strike. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Are there
Dylan knows what I'm talking about?
Amazing strikes versus unamazing strikes?
I mean, I guess it depends how you get the strike.
Yeah.
I think a power strike is nice.
That's true. That's true.
Just like blowing everything away with like pure force.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who needs technique?
Like Kaido's Baki TCG card.
Oh god, that was disgusting.
Pure force. He should have done the demon back. He should have done demon back Kaido.
With who?
With Kaido.
Oh, demon back Kaido.
Yeah, just have him flexing.
Yeah, but then you'd have to have like the face turned, and then it would look.
That's better than what we got, though.
I get it. No, what we got was amazing.
Oh, was it? It looked like a generic. It looked like Yujiro with a mustache.
I mean, it's his art style, yeah.
Yeah. I imagine
feel like no matter who he drew, they would look like a Baki character. Like even Luffy would look really cursed. I think there was like one artwork that he did of like another series.
No, he did do
literally just Baki.
He did do the Straw Hats. Someone.
Oh, he did already?
Yeah, he did. Zoro, Sanji look like bums, and then Luffy and Chopper look good.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah. Where is Kuma?
Wait, so what do you think about the chapter? Oh, Kuma.
That someone asked where's Kuma. That's a good question. I would like it if for Kuma to pick Luffy up by the jaw and give him another scolding. I think like I said this in the chapter, and this is the answer size question too. What I think about the chapter. I get the speech, like I get the why Scopper said what he said. The difference is like we pulled up chapter 590 when Jinbei does the same thing to Luffy after Marineford, and he goes like, "Are you blind to everything now? Where's your confidence? You have to care about what you still have." And like that conversation, it did tell Luffy like what he needed. He needs confidence that can overcome anything and to not doubt his strength. Like he needs to continue to have that and a bunch of stuff. In this conversation, like I don't even know what Luffy needs to do. Like Scopper is yelling at him, but it's not like Scopper showed us like what Luffy needs to do differently. And I was talking to the chat about it. I was like saying the only thing that I kind of concurred is that like Scopper pulled out his like Bajrang gun level attack. Like I guess Luffy needs to do that, but like the other main difference is that Scopper has a blade attack. Like, does Luffy need a blade attack? Is that what the difference is? Because Imu's actually bleeding here, which is significant. He's bleeding from the mouth and from the head after Scopper threw out his attack and his Conqueror's Haki. So Scopper is doing something. It's just, you know, like, I just don't know what Luffy needs to do. And then Luffy's dialogue wasn't really spectacular. It was like, it hurts. I'm hurt. Oh man, old man, you're hurting me. And it's like, I don't, and then he goes, heal, heal, body, heal. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm rooting for Luffy right now. But anyways, the other half of this is the dialogue itself between Scopper and Emu. And there's an impasse here, or variety of interpretations. Curious what you think, which is
which part?
The last part that Scopper says. So the lines go, Emu says, "Old as thou art still the Pirate King's crew." And then Scopper goes, "Huff huff, is that what you think? I could say the same to you, you know." And so Fiso was in the chat earlier, and when he translated it, he was thinking that like, oh, it was just in reference to being old. But a lot in the chat, and then including Fiso later on, it's like it could be that it's referencing the Pirate King's crew as well. So do you think that Scopper is confirming here that Emu was a part of Joy Boy's crew?
No.
Okay.
From the translation I read,
okay,
so it looks like overall nobody has like a good consensus on what the hell they're talking about. Because I never heard that part. From what I heard is that this is like a continuation of like the Luffy, like him being the one that we've been waiting for.
Okay.
But we'll see. I don't know. It is very detached from everything, so it's hard to really say.
Wait.
Yeah. What?
When you say that, you mean like Emu could be the one that they were waiting for?
No, Luffy being the one that they're waiting for.
Okay. When you said continuation, I thought you meant that being continuation from there. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. And then Emu saying like, "Oh, is that what you think? Like that's the one we're waiting for, or that's the one you're waiting for." But I mean, it could be wrong. I mean, again, it's like very weird because it's like so detached. Like even if it's like the old thing, it's like, huh.
Emu's also waiting for Luffy. Gotcha.
Just agreeing that they're both old.
Yeah,
That
that's.
wouldn't be awful if Emu wasn't the one who says, "Is that what you think?"
Oh, Emu's the one who says, "Is that what you think?"
Oh, wait, maybe not. Maybe.
Because that's
I see his mouth looks open, so I'm assuming, but
Yeah, I just assume because it's not said in the old as thou art. Is that what thou thinkest? Like I assumed.
yeah, true, true, true. Yeah, I have no idea, dude. I've
Y-
seen, like I said, what you brought up just now is like the third interpretation of this I've seen, so it's like I avoid
yeah.
this line.
Okay, so then
I don't even think I think Viz is gonna be even more cancer when it gets here too.
yeah, that's what I said. I want to see what Viz is gonna say. Because like if it's saying that like either Emu is also waiting for Luffy or Scopper is saying that is strong and it should be assumed so because he was also on a Pirate King's crew, meaning Joy Boy's crew. We do have the like inferences from previous examples where not Luffy, Joy Boy and Emu were friendly to each other, but like it's not like confirmed even in this chapter whether they were on the same crew or something like that. So you'd have to have that like more concrete. And the part that I was hinging on was more like, does Scopper know who Emu is? And based off the first thing he says, it doesn't seem like it. He says, "What a hideous form! You don't even seem to be of this world." But it wasn't until Emu said his own name. What dost thou know of Mu? That's when Scopper says, "Don't get me wrong, I have no intentions of chasing a person from the past that I've never seen or met." But that doesn't mean he hasn't heard about him. But the problem is, it's like it might be that Joy Boy couldn't have talked about who killed him because Joy Boy doesn't die and then disseminate the information that like Scopper gets. So it's like if Emu is the killer, Emu betrayed him. It's not like it would be said in Joy Boy's words that Scopper heard. We're not too certain if Scopper is aware yet of who Emu is because he hasn't seen him, he hasn't met him, and he might not really have heard particularly about him, maybe just about Mu because we know Emu Nerona is a name, but that probably comes up in the Void Century history. But what do you think, Sai? Do you think that Scopper, by the end of it, knows who Emu is to the Void Century?
Yeah, I think he knows who he is.
Okay, you think he knows who he is, like what role he
Yeah,
played, like all that?
more or less. Yeah.
Okay, because if
Ideally, we could have gotten more like info from Oda, but he doesn't want to give away too much here,
yeah,
as per usual.
he actually did die during Gear 5. Oh, Luffy. Um, Yeah, so if you're on the belief that Scopper knows who Emu is by the end of it, then him saying, like, I could say the same about you could carry a lot more weight because then it's like, oh, like, weren't you on the Pirate King's crew too? Like, it could carry a lot more weight if that's the case. I I think it like the way I'm kind of looking at it as like whatever Joy Boy's words are, they're like the first book but like they couldn't possibly have the information about Joy Boy's death, right? If it's from Joy Boy's own words. Um, but that's
Unless Joy Boy like predicted his death or something weird.
yeah, and predicted who would kill him, how he would die, all that stuff. Which interesting.
Could happen.
I'm on the boat that it might be that Emu's form might be something that happened post Joy Boy's death. Like it might not be that like in Joy Boy's story there was someone with this form. It could be. It could be that like if it was a written story that Joy Boy described, oh, this guy was he transformed into something hideous, and it's like just written, and so like when Scopper sees it for himself, then he's like, oh, it is really hideous. It could be something like that, but I'm kind of looking at like what Emu knows is like or when Emu takes hold of the story, it's like part two of what Joy Boy's talking about. And so Joy Boy's part doesn't get played out yet. But it's still it's interesting. It's interesting because if Joy Boy knew so much, then how come he couldn't like avoid more of the catastrophes, you know? Um but yeah, interesting. chapter, more or less, but like something that I've been a huge advocate for is saying that Scopper dies in this arc, but this chapter kind of changes my tune a little bit. What do you think happens to Scopper post this panel at the end?
I think he just lays there.
You think he's done? He
Yeah,
doesn't get
I
back
think
up and
he's
fight
done.
more?
No, I don't think. I feel like with the way this chapter ends off, I don't think he's gonna get back up.
Yeah. I
If he was
agree.
still up and around, I think they would have showed like a face shot of him conscious or like him on his knees or something else. But
I agree. The only reason why I feel like it makes sense for him to get up is because of his dialogue with Luffy. Basically saying like if you're not dead, you're fighting. Like if you die, then you lose everything. And so it's like whether he loses an arm, like I don't think that will stop Scopper right here because he's fighting for more than what in a lot of ways, like Luffy's fighting for his friend's home, Scopper's fighting for his own home and Collins. So it's kind of like it means more, not like means more to him, but like personally, his will should be at maximum. Like he should be bloodlusted. He should be fighting to the death. And the question mark is if Oda just has him get back up next chapter. But like you said, I think the way the momentum went, I feel like Scopper did his like max attack and then he's just down for the count. And then now it's time for Luffy to pick up now that he sees that Scopper lost an arm, is out cold, whatever. But I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I would be a little interested to see Scopper get back up. I think that's possible, but I don't think it's that possible. Um, and I just don't know if it's because I want Scopper to die. But having his arm cut off, I feel like now he doesn't die. Like that's where I'm kind of at. But I don't want that to be the case. I want him to die. So
I feel like there's no way he was gonna die.
yeah, not here. Like even when I opened the chapter, it says the one whose death is celebrated. I was like, Scopper? Not in one chapter. That doesn't make sense. So like it doesn't make sense for him to die here, but I feel like he dies.
No, I meant like in this arc.
Yeah, yeah. It's interesting. It all depends on what Emu does next. Emu, do you think Emu took more damage against Scopper than he did against Luffy and Loki?
I mean, Luffy didn't damage him, so
Yeah,
I'd say it's
more than
between
Luffy.
Scopper and Loki. Scopper and Loki. Scopper and Loki. It's tough. It's tough. Loki definitely has more durability than Scopper. Scopper, as silly as it sounds, I feel like he has more technique. If he was just in his prime, dude,
Probably kill
who did
Emu,
more
bro.
damage to Emu? I mean, they both got the same reaction with the blood.
Was Emu bleeding from their head against Loki?
He had some sort of blood here. Let me see.
I think he had the mouth blood, but I don't know if he had the
Yeah, I
eye
think it was
blood.
the mouth blood. Let me see. What chapter was it?
Because this one, it's
It
like pouring
was.
from his eyes. It looks like he's crying blood. Loki made him bleed multiple times. Yeah, but Scopper's making him bleed one time and it's lasting. It looks like it's lasting damage, doesn't it? Looks kind of nuts.
Yeah, he was bleeding from the horn down. So, yeah, Loki and Scopper got the same blood from him.
Ooh.
And that's pretty much it. I mean, they only like hit him one time, really.
And we didn't see Emu post attack, technically.
Loki made him bleed multiple times. Wasn't there just one time? I think Loki only hit him one time, right? Unless I'm like misremembering something.
There's the tree, right? That's the part where I remember him making
Yeah,
him
it's the
bleed.
tree, but that's it, right?
I think so. All the other attacks got
Yeah.
blocked, I believe.
Yeah, it's just the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, the multiple times might be because like you see him with the blood like multiple times, but it's like it's the same blood. So I don't think we can really count that one. Luffy drew blood too, but that was like I don't know. I feel like Luffy's attack was the weakest on Emu just because it's like base form.
Yeah, sucker punch too.
Yeah.
Everybody knows a sucker punch isn't that strong.
I guess I like that. I guess.
Yeah. Collins conquers hockey
King T.
awakening, seeing his dad injured, break out of the thorn, save the kids himself. Then yeah, see, we want that out of side characters. We're not gonna get that out of side characters. And Collins like a side character that's a peripheral character that's
He's
like
like the future Luffy.
yeah, but he's in like the third tier of this story. He's like not fighting a holy knight. He's technically not even fighting Zaza. He's like the damsel in distress to the giants in the village. And here's my question. They cut off the branch.
And the village is kind of far.
Doesn't the village fall? Because the village is at the end of the branch, or are they on a different branch?
Could be a different branch. I mean, they've been moving around a lot.
Yeah, I guess it's a different branch. They didn't number the branch. We were on branch 8, I think it was. So like it is what it is. They cut off an entire because this is like a major branch. This is like millions would probably have died. Like Scopper,
Yeah.
Scopper, like he's like, sorry, Jewel Tree Adam. Meanwhile, if there was a village at the end of this branch, it's dead. They're dead. If there was villages underneath this, all the animals, like
they just get crushed.
Countless lives at stake of what Scopper just did. And Scopper did demonstrate, like he cut the tree multiple times. 1, 2, 3, 4 times, it looks like. It's insane. And I liked what he said too. He's like, sorry, I'm gonna have to devour you. I don't even know what that means.
It's because he's the mountain eater. He eats things.
Yeah, I know that, but like, what does that mean? Does his attack fuel his life force? Is it like
I think it's just some anime shit, brother.
All right, fair enough.
I think it's just some anime shit. I don't think there's like a deep meaning behind it. But also, like, I'm not saying Gabon is stronger than Loki. I'm just saying, like, earlier we were like just talking about like who hit Emu more times, and I just said that Scopper and Loki pretty much only hit him one time. Well, Scopper you could argue twice, but yeah, like Loki only hit him one time, and then the blood only could have came from that one attack. Is what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to like who's stronger, I think that's debatable. You could say Loki. I mean, I view it like a ninja info card where there's like that fucking pyramid, and then it's like, oh yeah, like this character has this better than that other character. It's like it depends on what you weigh more. Like I said, Loki has way better durability.
Could
Scopper,
Loki?
I know it sounds silly again, but that technique is kind of cool. But
yeah,
you can also put Scopper on higher hockey, but I think Loki has like better damage output. We'll see.
Oh, I just realized I'm so silly that Emu blocked Scopper's Conquers hockey attack thing like with the barrier thing too.
Yeah, and then it like started hitting another part of the branch, and you could see like the impact there too.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was the barrier. I thought he just like blocked it with his It looks like he's blocking it with his thing, but he creates that barrier. The same barrier that Loki used.
He's actually blocking with like Conquer's hockey of his own, and that's why there's like a gap. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I keep on saying, like we don't know how Emu fights, and Scopper didn't reveal anything more other than that like you have to use more Conquer's hockey, I guess, to like scathe Emu. But like would I think that Loki could block Scopper's attack here? I don't think Loki gets through. Like, I don't think Loki blocks this attack from Scopper unscathed. I don't think that's the case. I think Loki gets.
No, I don't think really anybody can.
Yeah, I think only Emu could. Which Emu did. Which like Emu went unscathed to the point where like it's not like they have a huge gash. Like we don't know what kind of head trauma they took, right? Like it's just they're bleeding. That's not really like hurting, you know, like it's in One Piece world. It's not like losing an arm. It's not like getting a giant gaping wound in your chest like Loki has right now.
It looks like we got some of your time limit stuff in here too, by the way.
Yeah, a little bit. With the coughing up blood randomly, right? Like there's a random cough of blood.
It's happening, dude.
Yeah, but we don't know. Like he said, Captain, and then he's coughing up blood, and it was like a loud cough. It's almost that like the word Captain hurts him. As if he was a parrot? No, I'm joking.
The parrot theory, dude.
Yeah, we had to bring it up in the thing.
Yeah, we had to bring it back for week 3.
Yeah.
You don't believe in the parrot theory, do you?
I'm not a no, I mean I drew the line of there's no Emu being Joy Boy's parrot. That's the theory, right? Emu being Joy Boy's parrot is the
Yeah.
theory. I don't believe in that. Emu being a bird, maybe. Sure. Fine. Whatever. But like Emu being Joy Boy's parrot, I don't think so. Because then it would be like I think it's more likely that Emu was a king that became like Joy Boy's friend or something like that. And then betrayed him or did something against him. Now could he be a bird in that world? Sure, but I don't think he's like Joy Boy's bird.
Yeah, I don't think he was like locked in a cage and sucking Joy Boy off or something.
I don't think
Yeah,
that's
bird.
what parrots did. Sorry.
Parrots did something like that from what I heard.
Oh.
It's lonely on that ship from what I heard.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, it's not an awful theory. I think Emu is going to be something strange at the end of the day. I don't necessarily believe in the parrot theory though.
Yeah, the emu
I
from
feel like it's not going to happen.
chapter 2's cover. Yeah, the ostrich emus. Yeah. Yeah.
I'd rather him be an actual emu at this point.
Yeah, and like I could see it being a bird thing, but yeah, I just don't know if it's Joy Boy. Like Joy Boy conquered him, owned him, enslaved him, and this was his revenge to own the world. But yeah. Uh let's see. What did you think about Emu not knowing Scopper?
Needs to read the newspapers, man. But then again, Scopper, if he's been on this island for 20 years, sure. I mean, he went in looking like I don't even know, like a Casanova. And now he's just like a Master Roshi. So I get it.
Yeah.
It's like I mean, Rayleigh kind of looks this. Well, no. Well, he does and does it. If you don't see a guy for 20 years, I get it.
Yeah. I just found it funny because a little bit funny because last chapter was it last chapter? No, 2 chapters ago. It was like guy with an afro. Oh, it must be you from 80 years ago. That was funny where he recognized Brooke from the afro. But
yeah.
To be fair, he had a memory to lock in on. But it took him a while to get to this is Scopper guy wielding an axe, has the same haircut. It could it be the Mountain Eater? Nah, like Emu not knowing is fine. It's not like the most egregious thing. He has
the same haircut, but the beard is new. Like that beard is crazy.
Yeah. But he was wearing the same genre of shirt too, right? Like a Hawaiian shirt.
No, he wasn't.
Wait,
dude,
wasn't
Scopper
he
was wearing just like basic
purple?
Scopper wore like basic V-necks.
Oh,
this guy's wearing
was
like
it
Hawaiian
purple?
tropical shirts.
Was it a purple V-neck?
Or I think it was yellow actually.
Was it a yellow V-neck? Was Scopper ever wearing purple?
Gabon Young. Oh, okay, never. He was okay. We're both right. He wears in yours, he's wearing a regular purple t-shirt.
Yes.
And then in mine, he's wearing like a yellow V-neck.
Yeah. And the yellow V-neck
he does both.
has like the floral on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The TCG card seems to have the purple shirt. Interesting.
And then at God Valley, he God
Valley, he has the
his
open.
God Valley fit is. Yeah, he's got like the Vista shirt on where it goes all the way down to his crotch.
That's the Casanova.
Yeah. So what we're trying to say is that Scopper,
not the most
he had a lot of fits back in the day. If you see this guy out of nowhere, it's kind of like, yeah, who is this guy?
Yeah.
You wouldn't like immediately recognize him.
And apparently if you saw him from the back and you squinted and it was black and white, you might think it's Shiki. So
yeah, people thought it was Shiki for the longest time.
Yeah, I mean, even the Crocus conversation, right? That one also. Apparently, that one's Scopper too.
Somebody says, "I swear it was blue." Hey, don't worry. I'm looking at another image. He did have blue at one point. He had a blue shirt. Literally, Scopper might be the only character in the series, other than the Straw Hats, that's had a lot of costume changes. He also has a blue shirt on too.
Mm-hmm.
That's a different. It's a different fit because like it goes like it's a weird one. It makes him look like a doll.
Dang.
Yeah, it's got like a wide neck on that one. It's nasty. Scopper, he needs like a fashionista. And Ripley ain't it. She's wearing fucking radioactive green. My God.
Dang, she. Oh, yeah, she is. I saw it. I was like, wait, when did we see that?
Ripley in the anime does not have my favorite color scheme. Anime Ripley, in my opinion, I think loses like 10 points. She's not like bad looking, but
yeah,
I think she's like minus 10 points.
Now that we know Ripley isn't that strong, she lost a lot. She lost more points that way than appearance, like where she's just crying.
Oh, yeah.
She's just like.
Do you think she has hockey?
Dude, against Zaza, like she's worthless, you know? Like Sanji's just like problem.
She's not worthless, but
Sanji's literally like problem number 1. There's Zaza, the kids are being taken. Problem number 2, the Giants can't do dog shit. Like it's literally what he said.
I mean, it's the fucking rain god part. I mean, what do you want them to do?
Yeah, the rain god that was summoned.
That's like if Hulk Hogan showed up from the grave and started beating you
no.
up. Like, well, I mean, what can Par do, man?
It's not the same. That's like saying that's like saying the
fine.
Nika that the new giant pirates took out with their 3 attacks was the real Nika. The Zaza that he summons isn't close to the real Zaza.
Like, it's from Killingham's imagination, though. I'm assuming it's stronger than a kid's Nika.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's stronger, but
Somebody
the thing
get
is,
these
like,
beggars out of here.
They were one-shotting some of the stronger, like literally Saul 1v1 to one of the Fafnir thing.
Kid nightmares.
Yeah. So I'm saying that like if Ripley can't put up a fight, even a fight, she's worthless against Zaza.
Brother, this is Killingham's nightmare when he's omened up.
Okay, Omen. I did forget about the Omen. I did forget about the Omen. Omen. Do you think that his devil fruit power gets stronger with Omen? Is that how that works?
Yes.
That's
Hear me
so
out. I'm not even a Ripley defender. I think Ripley's still kind of cheeks, but I'm not gonna slander her that hard. I don't think she's that cheeks.
I feel like I just want her to be head and shoulders amongst all the other giants. Like amongst all the other ones, she's doing the same thing. You know, I think we saw other giants actually fighting where she was like just crying. We didn't see her like actually.
Yeah, I mean her son's about to get killed.
No, he's not. He's gonna be kidnapped. Even you drew the line. You're like, kidnap doesn't mean kill, Par.
All right.
You went months on months in saying that the kids are gonna be saved.
Do you think your wife would cry if your son's about to get kidnapped?
Yeah, but I'm just saying that.
Let's say a fucking kidnapper walks into your house, takes your son. Do you think your wife would cry?
I'm just, I never disputed that. I'm just saying that.
I'm cool with that.
You said, oh, he's about to die. I was like, he's not gonna die. That was your word.
If some random dude took my kid, I'd be like, he's gonna get raped and then died. I would.
Hey, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying all those months ago. And you're like, kidnapping isn't that bad. They got,
shit, I
you were like,
while fighting, man.
No, you were like, the kidnappers have to take good. You said that this is your words. You said kidnappers famously have to take care of their kidnappees so that they can hold up the part of the bargain.
We know what Emu actually wants, but you know,
that's what you said months on end, man. And then I was like, but the kidnappers aren't gonna treat them well. It's like that's not that we don't know that from the story. I'm like, that's what kidnapping means.
Hey, in real life, yeah, but like in One Piece, you know,
see, that's what I'm saying. In what? Oh, now it's One Piece kidnapping.
But from our perspective, in One Piece, these guys, this is their real world. You know, we have the pleasure of seeing all sides here. Ripley doesn't know about this. Ripley has no idea what the Holy Land looks like. Do you think she even left Elbaf at any point? Probably not.
I mean, that just lends itself to how much her aura drops, bro. She went from warrior with one of the last warriors of Elbaf to just an Elbafian citizen with a weapon. I think that's the real difference between Ripley and the other characters is she's just carries a weapon. That's the real difference between her and a normal giant. Too. Yeah, so those are probably other warriors. We don't know. But we've seen a lot of giants without weapons. They're probably just normal civilians, you know? Like Alcohol Village. Those ones ran with poison, not weapons. Are those warriors? No. Those aren't warriors. That's why Harold was glad to see them wiped off the map.
They need to die.
Um, but yeah. This... Oh yeah, how did you feel when you saw Scopper pick Luffy up by the jaw? How did that make you feel? Did you stop on that?
No, I was laughing, dude.
You were
I'm
laughing?
happy that happened.
Yeah, I was like, damn, it's needed. And I was like, he's talking down to him. And it wasn't said until much later
Thank
where Luffy
God.
is just like, damn it, the old man's talking down to me. I'm like, yeah, you deserve it, bro. And people I think, were bringing up like the genie. Like, yeah, he deserves it for pulling out that genie. But like,
That fucking people were still saying, "Yo, like Luffy had the genie." What if this is? People are still saying this is a fucking clone.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Some people, I swear to God, some people need to go.
I mean,
That's crazy. People are like, "Yo, like this is the genie clone still." I'm like, "Bro, stop. It's over, man. It's over."
imagine.
That's like saying that Elbaf is still a hallucination from Green Fairy.
Okay, you
Brother, the fight's done.
someone liking the Zebek, Prophet of Zebek, you liking the genie is different than believing in the genie. Okay.
Yeah, that's different. You can have fun with the genie, but it's more so
Yeah.
like, yeah, but we all know that it's not effective though.
Yeah. The only line I'd throw to those people is it is like when Luffy goes, oh, when Scopper says, "Do you want to die here?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm not gonna die." I'm like, it looked like you were gonna die, unless Luffy's genie was about to pull out some plot device there where it's like he needs to die to awaken the wish or some shit. Then he like I can't believe in the genie, but that was the one line when he says, "Yeah, I'm not gonna die." I'm like, okay, and what else, Luffy? I was waiting for Luffy to be like, I was just charging up my final attack or something like that. I was just absorbing all the damage, something like that. But like, there was nothing. There was never gonna be something like that. So we're left with Luffy just saying, "Ah, it hurts. Scopper, old man, it hurts. It hurts. Ah," and
I
he
thought
did say it
Pars
3
culture
times.
loved genies.
Who said that?
Tornado.
All right, that's a bannable offense. Tony, I've been waiting for this moment. Of all the chats that you've had, I've been waiting for one where I could
The
just.
genie was for Stigma. From Oda's perspective, it was for Stigma in a way,
There we
but
go.
Luffy had no idea Stigma was coming though until it like landed on his beard.
Got him.
Delete the message.
Yeah, Tornado's
Sorry, Tornado.
always
You fought a good fight.
antagonistically there. I quoted Sai. Yes, Sai. I can't. That wasn't worth booting him from the call.
Anything, man.
That wasn't worth booting him from the call. There's been a time I booted Sai from the call one time. Man. There was one time I forget what he said, but I remember I got him out.
Never happened.
Yeah.
I never said that.
Yeah. Parch people's the genies. Oh, Aladdin, what have you done to us?
Imagine Luffy goes serious again, and then he goes into genie. That's so funny. I would fucking die laughing if that happened.
What if it works that time?
All right, you know what? Scopper's right. I need to lock in Majin mode.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, we see the lamp and everything. All right. We're making fun of Majin mode, but I mean, it could. Okay, in the future, it could be really effective. Just right here, man. It's
kind of like the first try at something. You know, like if I made like a souffle for my first time, maybe it's not good at the first try, but the second try, maybe
it's solid.
Yeah, maybe it's solid. Our souffle is supposed to be solid. I think they're supposed to be like kind of like warm and fall apart.
Maybe next time around, yeah, it's supposed to be like soft. Maybe next time around he'll do that thing that you talked about where like he's like, "Ooh, make a wish. Yeah, you have 3 of them."
Yeah, the one that my people talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, as your textbooks foretold.
Luffy pulls out.
We see like a little rug that he whips out. Some spice, some curry. It's like whoa.
I saw a fan animation of Luffy's genie thing, and it was like he goes into a bottle and then he pops out or something. I was like, that's kind of sick, but obviously like that's not how it's gonna be animated for sure. They're not gonna just make an animated bottle out of thin air. But it'd be kind of sick. Full body hockey is the gear genie of hockey. Well, okay, how about this? Fiso had a question, and I don't think he believed it because he said he'd be angry. But what are the chances Luffy
So,
pulls out Gear 6 out of anger after seeing Scopper's arm fall off? Do you think that Luffy
hey,
pulls new
I'm a Gear 6 Gear Death believer. So yeah,
Gear 6 and Gear Death are both in the same like they both mean the same thing?
yeah, pretty
Okay,
much.
gotcha. Gear 6. Okay, so what does it look like to you?
Gear 6. We're talking about a specimen.
Okay.
We're talking about like an archangel just descending down from the heavens. He's
Uh-huh.
got the white fire ring behind him. Maybe the hair changes colors. I'm expecting to see a lot of purple. I think he's gonna be get this stronger. And I
Yeah.
think he's just gonna utilize a lot of fire abilities, man.
Uh-huh. White fire abilities, not black fire like Emu.
Yeah, it's gonna be white fire.
Yeah, yeah. Did we ever get it confirmed that Emu's wings are black too, or just the fire is black?
Wait, what? Say that again?
Did we ever like? No one's ever commented on Emu's appearance, like Emu's wings being black.
No, nobody's commented on Emu's colors, which they should.
Yeah,
They should.
they said that he's scary and hideous. So like, I wouldn't say if he was black and red, right? Would you say he's hideous or just scary? Because Luffy said he's scary looking, but like the reason why I was thinking about that is the parrot theory, and I was like, what if his wings are rainbow colored? Then it's hideous, right?
Yeah, that would be hideous.
Yeah. And so when he said hideous, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I did think about the parrot theory for a moment. I didn't talk about it in the reaction. You guys saw the control there, but like I did for a moment go like, oh my god, what if the wings are rainbow colored and he is a parrot? I'm not saying Joy Boy's parrot. I'm just saying a parrot.
Imagine all the dots on him are rainbow colored, though.
Yeah, I remember you brought that up somewhere, and I'm like, that's disgusting.
Like every single dot, there it's not like a uniform yellow or white or red. No. It's like blue, green, orange, yellow. Like it's just everything. What if he's like an RGB, like gamer light, where it just like flashes different colors every couple of seconds?
Oh, I like that. Then the whole
I fucking hate that.
I think that would be sick. Except it would feel like
It's
then
just
he's
so
tech.
nasty to look at, though.
Maybe Oda hates gamers.
I don't know. It would be like a constant light show. I think that's why I wouldn't like it. It would be like a constant rave.
That sounds like something Oda would do. Like a rave,
It
like a
does.
concert.
I mean, hey, the thing is that this is something Oda wouldn't have to deal with too.
Yeah.
He just like pawns this off to the animators. Like, hey, good luck, guys.
Yeah. Oh man.
He's like, yo, I don't have to animate that shit. I'm good.
When the digital coloring comes out,
Everybody else
that'd be
does
nuts.
it instead.
If Emu was a different color every panel, someone might shoot themselves.
If Emu is a different, oh god, we're gonna end up with like JoJo season 1 colors, where like every scene is like a different like shade.
Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, Emu is a disco
JoJo's
ball.
for that one.
Emu is a disco ball theory. Do we start that?
No, well, the thing is, I mean, what do you even say about that? Like, it's
When
just like
Emu
a one-line theory, and that's
Emu
it.
showed up, everyone was dancing like a disco. When they were hanging from the sky.
And the thing is that like, you know, like you can't even say no because that's something Oda would do.
Yeah, he would. He's a disco
Dude,
ball.
Oda and his colors, man. Those colored pencils, man, they're being abused.
Yeah.
That's the worst JoJo take I ever heard. That's fine, dude. I tried on 3 to 4 separate occasions to watch JoJo's. I couldn't get past like 15 episodes on separate occasions, man. Like the color switches disgusted me. I might skip to like season 4 or something just to see the good parts. I gotta go see what everybody's talking about. But then again, it could just be an anime that's not for me, which is fine too.
Yeah, I remember I watched JoJo's. I think I got to season 2 or something, but apparently it's season 3 or the end of season 2 or something. That I thought I watched multiple seasons of JoJo, and then I dropped it. But it was also because the new season wasn't out at the time, so I don't remember. I remember enjoying, but I don't remember like being like
Yeah, it's one of those like
remembering.
objectively good animes. I just feel like it might not be my style.
Yeah.
But I might just skip to the latest season though to see like what's up.
I feel like I remember when Attack on Titans like came out and then there was the big gap in seasons. That's around my stream is it stream health currently
Oh,
307. It should be good.
I still oh that
Yeah.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure has a game coming out pretty soon, and you guys can sign up by using my link for beta access.
yeah, your link that you do
Just
have.
kidding.
um oh wait, am I lagging? Am I lagging on your end? I think I'm good.
You lagged for like a split second, but that's it.
Yeah. I my
Nothing of note.
my stream lagged too, so I was waiting for it, but it came back. Um but yeah, I think that's when I caught up to JoJo was like an Attack on Titans before they had the giant gap in seasons. But I don't remember waiting for JoJo's like I was for Attack on Titans. But yeah, realistically, Sai, what do you think Luffy does next? Does the time limit catch up first, or does Luffy actually show some merit against Emu first?
I think Luffy shows some merit against Emu. I think there's gonna be like a mini round 2.
Mm-hmm. And like, does he just is the difference that he just needs to bring out Dawn Gatling and his Dawn attacks? Like he doesn't brought out his Dawn attacks. He's just brought out like Jet Gatling and like all these other stuff, but he hasn't used one of his like Dawn rifle or Dawn Star rifle, um, or anything like that. Or what do you think that he needs to do to like match up with Emu?
I think he just needs to take the fight seriously, like no more genie shit.
Mm.
Well, I don't know. It's tough because like if you get too wacky, it can be it could really much so like be effective. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're just so zany that Emu doesn't expect it. It's hard to say what Luffy could do more. I mean, hockey's always like the obvious answer. Um, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe like a serious Gear Fifth, but you know that in a way that like defeats the purpose of like Gear Fifth.
Yeah.
You know, people are like, oh, I mean, Gear Fifth is goofiness, where it's like, yeah, maybe that's Gear Six. I don't know.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Like even like the genie, as much as we make fun of it, like that is like a decent move. It just doesn't work on Emu.
I just had a thought. Like comedy, at least me, like I find comedy really funny when there's like truth in there, meaning it's serious. Like there's some like sometimes when someone's serious in their comedic, it's like extra funny. Maybe that's what Gear 6 is. It's still funny, but it's like he's serious about it. It's like when a comedian gets angry, you know? Like what happens then? Like they ulted, right? Like could be something like that, but I don't know what to look at other than like Luffy conjuring a weapon. Because like I said before, the main difference between what Scopper's doing now and what like Luffy did before is just Scopper is putting out way more Conquer's hockey and he's using a blade. Like those are the two major differences. Luffy did not put out anything close to this Conquer's hockey, and he's also not using a blade. So it's like, can Luffy use this level of Conquer's hockey? Yeah, but he's not using a blade. So I guess like that's what it is. But and I was saying like maybe Luffy turns his arms into weapons. Like maybe he when he does Gatling, he turns it into knives or something or like blades. So he's not like a swordsman, but he's like still doing that stuff. But um I don't know. Maybe he gets a shield. I like the shield idea, but um not too sure what Luffy really pulls out here.
Maybe he whips out a dinosaur.
Yeah, it could be that goofy that he just confuses Emu. Um.
Like I meant more so like Baki.
Oh.
Because we got that random like Baki Kaido drawing. And in this
Mm,
chapter, Scopper Gaban did like the mantis attack. We should now
mm,
go with like with the dinosaurs. Cause like that's like a I mean, obviously mini series do this, but I just remember like in Baki that was the whole thing where like they like not turned into animals, but they mimicked animals so much so that you could see the animal behind them, like Scopper Gaban here.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, bring in the dinosaur attacks, man. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Zoro and Sanji are Luffy's sword and spear, which will damage Emu when they beat Summers and Killingham. Yeah, I mean it's interesting we didn't see Zoro and Sanji, so maybe next chapter we get a Zoro and Sanji cutaway, but like I keep feeling that like they lose. Like I don't even know. It's kind of weird. If
But you
Luffy,
also thought that Scopper Gaban was gonna die.
I mean, I think what's more apt to put here is that I think that I agree with everyone that Scopper would lose outright here. Like it's not like he'd go crazy. Like I definitely think that him dying and losing an arm are on the same branch of idea. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that it's like in terms of plot, like those are in the same direction. Um the like what's the difference between dying and losing an arm? It's like I would say it's just Oda's desire to keep a character in the series rather than like he doesn't want the story to go that way. I think he wants the story to go that Scopper shows up, says something, and now he's out of the story. The degree of out of the story is different, but um with Zoro and Sanji, like them winning, them losing, like the thing is, I think what happened for me also was that like we're arguably getting the Holy Knights that they're facing at their strongest, meaning that they're back up, they're revived, they have Omen, and they each have their family's blades, and they were overpowering Zoro and Sanji, and they don't have like a Scopper figure to show up and just take some stalling, you know, they don't have anything like that. Um, and I just feel like it makes sense for them to lose both of their objectives. The ship and the kids get kidnapped. Even if Luffy wins over here, like it might not be like it wouldn't make too much like does Luffy winning make sense? Like I don't know. I don't know. But it doesn't make sense for Luffy to lose horribly again, right? Like that doesn't make sense either. So like next chapter, very confused. Very, very confused what 1191 has in store. But the monster trio losing wouldn't be that crazy for me.
Yeah, I don't think that's crazy.
Yeah. But someone like Shanks is still a beast with one arm, so the same could be said for Gaban. Yeah, but I would also argue that Scopper, like Shanks had resolved himself, and then he like for what trained. Like I don't think that like I don't think Scopper is gonna be written out of the story. If he's not dead, then I don't think he gets written out of the story the same way Rayleigh wouldn't, right? Like I think Oda's the type of shonen author that he would bring them back in the final war too. Um, like if they're alive, I feel like they still fight for different reasons. Um, and maybe that's the nuance. Maybe that's the nuance. Like their captain didn't want them to like affect the new era, but like maybe the nuance is like it's not that they can't partake. Like as long as they live, they can, right? Like I think that's the nuance, maybe. But um
The difference between Scopper and Shanks losing the arm is that Scopper is a lot older, and plus
two.
his sword or his axe style is a what 2-axe style, whereas Shanks he always just used one sword. So
That's
I think that's
fair.
like one of the main differences.
Yeah, how is he gonna it's like chewing, imagine chewing with one jaw. How is he supposed to devour a tree with one axe?
Like
That
he'll still be fine, but like this is more of a nerf to Scopper at this
yeah.
age and at this point.
Yeah. Scopper would only be able to do 2 slashes, not 4. Maybe he gets a bionic arm. Maybe because Kid died, he eats the magnet fruit and then he gets a mecha arm. Right? Right, Sai? That's how
No,
Kid contributes to the story. He gives Scopper his fruit.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's fair. Vegapunk giving him a fake, it's all good. Vegapunk could give him yeah, like any arm, to be honest.
Yeah, Vegapunk. I mean, Law could just reattach it. Chopper could reattach it. Like, there's ways around this.
Yeah.
There's definitely ways around it.
As long as the arm stays intact. He needs to make it the Chopper ASAP. We saw Chopper stitch up limbs literally like 4 chapters ago, so I'm sure. I'm sure it's plausible that Scopper comes out of this with both arms. If he's not dead, then he could just be both arms Scopper. Um, that'd be kind of interesting. Scopper's pep talk makes me feel that Luffy will get back up, hold out until Emu times out. 2 to 3 chapters left, including Loki hired in moment. Okay. Loki hired in moment. What does that moment mean? Like what do you want out of them? Especially Hiredin. What do you want out of Hiredin? What can Hiredin provide us against Emu?
I think Harden's definitely gonna have a shonen moment.
Okay, now this question goes to you too, Sai. What do you think that Hiredin does against Emu in a shonen fashion?
He either lands one hit or he just tanks a lot of blows and he like gets he assists somebody to get the hit.
Okay. I think the only thing that like I feel like maybe he bear hugs him and just like holds him down like that. And he's like, "Don't worry about me, Luffy. Punch with all your might." And then he takes the punch with Emu in, like grabbing him so he can't do any hand signs. Something like that. I could see that.
Yeah.
Is that shonen enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Dragon Ball.
It's Dragon Ball, yeah. Um the
Yeah,
answer
or dual
part,
brother Hakaku sovereignty. Yeah.
yeah, dual sovereignty. Yeah. Once Harden once Harden displays the ability to do a Hakoku, because like, can he even do that? It feels like he's restricted to
If his
Gungnir, right?
crew can, he can.
His crew can, but they all use weapons, no?
Hiredin does have like a weird axe on his back, even though he doesn't really use it.
True,
So
true,
I wouldn't count that out right away.
true. That's fair. He pulls out the axe and we find out that he's been nerfing him. He used to be called Hiredin the Axe Slayer. And he just doesn't use the axe because he's way too strong. What if we find out that? And then like the moment he picks up the axe, his like conquers hockey starts bursting. Is that shonen enough?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
That could probably happen. I think him getting Conqueror's Hockey is fine too. I mean, like, Harold's son. Why not?
I just realized that the shorts viewers can't see you because I have you on that side, so
King
I'm
of
gonna
the
have you on
Giants.
top of me. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, for a short viewer, they're gonna think that you're the streamer sometimes.
I'm hiding in the background, just
Yeah.
disembodied voice.
Yeah, well, now you're a center screen, so in the short view, you'll be at the top of the frame, and then the manga will be at the bottom, and then every once in a while, when I pivot this way, they won't see me. So we'll see how many shorts viewers I can fish out of you. They're like, wait a second, I didn't know Sai streams. He only streams every 6 months. Once every.
Oh yeah, on YouTube, yeah.
Yeah,
I think my next stream is just gonna be like the One Piece cooking game. So.
Oh, you're gonna do that on YouTube?
Yeah. It's too One Piece esque for like my regular stream. So. Yeah.
Wait, did you do Odyssey on the regular on YouTube?
No, that
Yeah.
one I knew was gonna. I was gonna be way too critical on that one for the masses. People wouldn't like my opinion on that one.
Yeah, I get it because you're gonna want to.
Just...
You're like, oh my god, I just unlocked the Ace's Devil Fruit. This is awesome. Now I can cook 10 to 15% faster. And you're gonna have reactions like that, right?
Yeah, because I actually like cooking games. So.
Yeah. Oh my god,
it's hard for Bandai Namco to fuck up a cooking game. If they managed to fuck up One Piece like cooking adventure, I'd be so shocked.
Yeah, you can't wait.
Messing up a regular game for One Piece, sure, that happens all the time. Mm-hmm. Messing up a basic cooking game where you literally just have to copy and paste the characters, they got this.
Yeah, they got this. Sai, why don't you stream on your Side Duck YouTube channel?
It's too much work. I already stream on Twitch. I don't want to multi-stream. And I wouldn't want to keep up with chats either. And algorithm stuff.
Yeah.
I'd say it's just better to just stream on Twitch, call it there. And I'm just chilling half the time too.
Yeah, and he might get YouTube clapped sometimes.
Yeah, YouTube streams are more likely to get hit with like demonetization because of like copyright songs and stuff. So.
Or what you say.
Yeah.
In the first bit of it, at least. That's why we're a family-friendly stream for the first like hour and a half. Um, they, uh, they have portion the games, so it's a 10 out of 10. Oh, in the cooking game, Hyden reminds me of
They got
Cabraca.
400 characters.
Who's Cabraca?
Who the fuck is Cabraca? Wait, who is that? Cabraca. It's a location in Kenya.
Oh, Hyden has to take off the arm cuffs, and then he's gonna drop the crater on. When he drops them, they crater the ground.
On Smite.
That'd be crazy.
Oh, okay, you spelled it wrong. Okay. It's Cabracon with a C. It starts with a C.
Oh.
Yeah, I see him now. It's like a dude with like how do I even describe this guy? It's just like a stone guy with like big arms.
Mm,
It looks like a mixture of like Galio and Malphite.
Speaking of League, did you hear League Classic is a thing?
Yeah, yeah. Is it out yet? I haven't played League in a while.
Apparently so. Chat was telling me to
Wait,
play it, but also
wow.
bring it up to you. It's season 3 and
Shit.
before. Did you play season 3?
Yeah, I did.
Mm.
Do they have Fiddlesticks? Because that's the only character from early League that I played. Fiddlesticks, and I played Nocturne.
I think I started season 4, maybe season 3. Like I wasn't ranked then, but
Yeah.
and I did play Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks was crazy. But I want to
so
see if
is League Classic on the regular browser?
I don't know.
Oh my god, here it is. Yeah, League Classic.
Damn,
Yeah,
maybe I should play.
It's already here.
Is there a League Classic ranked?
Not yet.
But it seems like they're probably gonna get that.
Yeah. Who are the characters? Oh, the old menu. Oh, the memories. Yeah, they got Fiddlesticks. Okay. Yeah, I'll play Fiddlesticks.
It's the old Scion too, right?
Yeah, old everybody. They
Nice.
undid the reworks. Yeah, I only played Fiddlesticks and Nocturne. I mean, I still only play them. They're my mains, except for Kha'Zix now too.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Oh my god, it's like OG Dr.
Later
Mundo
standard
before
brand.
his like season 5 rework or something.
The OG who?
Mundo.
Ooh. Yeah, that's why I want to play Scion,
He got
because
reworked
Scion
like
has
twice.
the old Scion. I discovered the old Scion and then they patched him after like he became meta for a little bit.
This is just nostalgia bait.
Yeah, it might get me.
I might give it a try later. I might hop on League and see what's up.
Yeah,
after we're done.
Yeah. Ooh, after we're done. Ooh, maybe. Nah, I'm not sure. I gotta see. I gotta see what this chapter brings me. Let's see. Nostalgia slop. I wouldn't say it's slop. This is something they should have done a long time ago, though. They waited too long.
I do not watch the Burnt Peanut. I don't watch a lot of streamers. There's only like 5 YouTubers that I watch on my own.
Yeah.
And I'm not willing to name them.
You streaming League? You streaming? I don't know if Sai will stream League,
no.
but I could. I might. But
if
I
Par
probably
streams it right after, I'll play a game with them.
Oh shit. I mean, I would end stream and then restart it, so it's on Twitch.
Yeah.
But I would have to get League on this computer, which I don't think I do. I have League on this computer.
Lengthy download. Actually, never mind. I feel like League does a really good job at like managing their file size, given how big the game is.
Yeah. It's just I would have to raw download this one, so because this computer just doesn't have League. But also I don't know if I would want to play on this computer. I'd probably play on this computer so I could stream it. Yeah, I'll have to see. I'll have to see if this computer can run stream, because right now I'm lagging still. Which brings us to a good point. We're hitting that 3-hour mark. So probably tap out. Let me just double check that I got all the super chats. Got the hiding, the laughing disco for 250. Appreciate that, Alejandro Solis. Let me see. No, I think we covered our bases. Anything crazy that I missed, Sai?
I don't think so. This is a very simple chapter. I liked
Yeah.
it, but let me tell you, shit's simple
Oh, I
in a
did
good
get
way.
the prediction about the Bone Eater new sword. I said
Oh
new
yeah, let me
weapon.
look at our prediction stuff.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
there's another break, man.
yeah. Break.
That's
That
so funny.
think you told you I forgot about it and then I remembered it and I forgot about it because you told me about it like 4 weeks ago or something like that.
Yeah. And then people were trying to tell me that we weren't gonna have a break, and I was just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're having a break. So I was going through like psychosis for a little bit,
Yeah.
but it is official now.
Yeah, it wasn't a
We still might
surprise.
get spoilers, but we'll see.
Oh. Oh, if we get spoilers
We don't know yet.
then that means spoilers would be out for a week and then we get TCB like a week later, like that.
No, it's like the same schedule, but sometimes like it's the past. Okay, so this year, every time we've had like one of those things, it
Magazine break.
usually we just get the break as is.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say.
Mm.
Hold up, break. Damn. Yep, there's a break. Even though it doesn't say it at the end of the chapter, it's a Shonen Jump break. So that's why it's weird. Like, because it's a Shonen Jump break, we shouldn't be getting a chapter, but depending on when they send out the magazines, we might still get the chapter because of spoilers, and then we'll just get the break a week later. So,
Let me see these
so we said
predictions.
Void Century lore, Chopper Biblo, another weapon, Domi Reversi, time limit, the egg, Luffy falls. Oh, I was right. Luffy falls.
What do you mean? Oh, I was right. Luffy
We'll
falls.
see Roger.
Of course he falls.
And then new Scopper attack. You know what? We got like, I think based off just looking at this, I think we got like 4, right? 4 or 5 at max. Not awful.
Another weapon, Scopper. But did we get a bingo? Luffy falls. We will see Roger. Oh, we did, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, did we see Roger?
Yeah.
We did.
We saw
yeah,
Roger.
we did. He had a haircut. Nice. You got a bingo. Chopper bib. Oh, it's because I was so hell bent on the Void Century stuff, which we technically did get a little bit. I don't know if it counts, but like from Scopper saying like I don't want to chase people from the past. That technically is Void Century lore, but the Damir Versi is an sorry, excuse me, is an interesting thing that we didn't get. We did get time limit. Oh, so there's a double bingo then technically, possibly.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, it depends if we do the time limit stuff, but
Yeah, Chopper Biblocene. No, we hear about it. Hear about it.
no egg mention.
No egg and no it. He didn't say the dialogue, but he did say moo. What dost thou know about moo? All he had to say is, what dost thou know about it? Imagine that would have been crazy. That'd been crazy. Let's see. 4 out of 9 for the chapter. Early chapter after break though. Hey, do you know the One Piece? Give it a look. Especially if you like. Wait, what? Hey, do you know One Piece? Give it a look, especially if you like to react to One Piece. Fifth, Hoven. I don't know how to tell you this, but I do know One Piece.
That's his first comment this entire year on the channel. I say we just ban him. Fucking time his ass out. Get him out of here. hey, mods.
Yo, he might be a
magic.
Shorts watcher though. He might be from Shorts. So this is a brand new era.
Yeah, he's from Shorts, which are also all One Piece.
Yeah, that's fair too.
I think it's just a joke though.
Yeah.
He's got to be trolling. He spent his first comment saying that. I read it in my head. I was gonna read that shit out loud. You read it out loud. I was like, all right, I guess we're tackling this.
It was so confusing that I had to read it out loud for me to understand it.
Yeah, I saw it. I just gave the side eye. I fucking moved on. I love
Knew it would be for you.
You know, yeah. Look at Par. He already caught up to One Piece. Jesus
Dude.
Christ, I love that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Went
Yeah,
from
yeah,
chapter
yeah.
1 to 1190 in 2 weeks.
No, we actually just we're just reading the latest chapter to see if it's a good fit.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Oda does apparently have viewers that do that. That just like don't read the whole thing, but buy the Shonen Jump and then check on the chapter, and then they don't
That makes sense.
read One Piece, but they just read the chapter and they're like, "Huh, interesting."
And then plus, like, I mean, if you're buying Shonen Jump, you're gonna get like everything else too.
Yeah,
Why not?
exactly.
I feel like a lot of people do that. Like sometimes, if there's like a book series I've heard about,
Yeah.
I'll go to like Barnes and Noble or just online and I'll look up like the ending to the latest book to see if it's like any good.
So in this chapter, someone pulls up and they just see one-armed guy. Old man, what? And there's no Shonen Jump comment at the end of this chapter, which is interesting, but yeah.
The editor note's pretty funny though.
The first one? Let me see what the editor note is.
No, there's the editor note, like apparently it's at the end of the chapter, but I don't think TCB included it. Apparently
Oh.
it just says the fight between Luffy and Emu's heating up. What'll
What?
happen next?
I was wondering what they would say. That is so silly. Scabber Gaban to the rescue. Luffy's fight hasn't been hot for a while, bro. It's been cool. Even when he was
Hey, maybe that's a hint that Luffy's gonna get back up. We're getting round 2 soon, man.
Yeah, the Shonen Jump
Let's
editor
wait.
knows because they edited the last chapter already. Oh yeah, that is kind of how it works. The editors do know probably like a chapter ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to imagine they know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Shonen Jump editors, they might be a little bit detached from like Oda's team, so
Yeah. No, but like in
let's
order
read
to
everybody's first comment.
to publish it, they probably are a chapter ahead, right? Because if Oda's like 2 or 3 chapters ahead,
Oda's not 2 or 3 chapters ahead though. Not anymore.
That's old. Yeah, that's old. But that's
like years ago. Yeah, people
the
still say that to this very day.
Yeah, but that's because of the last we heard of it. Of course, that'd be like saying
Yeah, but then we also get chapters that are unfinished.
Yeah, but they could be unfinished for a different reason, Because like if you have to get onto the next chapter, then you have to submit an unfinished thing. It's not like you can work back, Maybe it's something like that. Yeah. Like once you submit it, it's like you can't stall the submission, otherwise the chapter would just be dropped, So you have to follow the timeline still, is how I would see that at least. I wonder what my first comment on Part Stream was. I think it's
so I can only check
like the last 3
this year, or last year. Your last comment I can see, your last one was Par's cousin is Vivi.
Par's cousin is Vivi. Oh, that of course he would say that.
From Tornado.
Oh, from Tornado. Alejandro Solis says Twitter's getting mad. LOL. From chapter 1157. That's the first thing I can see.
My YouTube's kind of scuffed. All right, let's see.
Yeah, why can't they just give us the full? Why can't I get the full history? I'm the person. Like, that's so weird.
Not Prophet. Hydro. I was trying to go for Prophet of Zebek. I got Hydro instead. They used a pink emote of eyes looking down.
I'll get Zebek.
And said, "Oh yeah, One Piece is controversial."
So he wasn't able.
Again, that was their last one this year.
So he wasn't able to save Shamrock, but could save Shanks. That's chapter 1160. Dang.
Yeah.
Prophet of Zebek, you missed out a few chapters this year, bro. What happened? What happened? Let's see. So based on TCB translation, did Scopper say that Emu was on the old Pirate King's crew? I wouldn't say, like, it's up in the air. Like, it could be based off of TCB translations, but I would say wait till Viz and take in all the translations. I think the more, it's just like the old part is probably like the main thing. Like they're both old.
Can you reread my comment of Emu booty calling Loki to catfish him? All right. Technology has come too far.
Massey are all the same, just trying to time when Par looks at the... Okay, all right, let me see the chat. Oh, ooh, I almost made you a moderator. That's not what I want to do. Channel activity. The real reason. Wait, your last 3 comments aren't the same. Wait, you just. Do I delete your messages now because you lied? Or are they the same and YouTube just scuffed? Okay, the real reason Emu's bleeding is Zoro and Sanji landed a blow off screen. Next chapter starts with the narrator saying 5 minutes before Scopper sliced the Atom Tree. Sanji or Zoro. Oh, they are the same. Okay, I see what you didn't. Wow, you're such a good chatter. You changed your comment each time. You didn't just copy and paste it. I wouldn't have done that.
If you copy and pasted it, we'd have to ban you.
Yeah, even though I famously do that sometimes. But let me see.
You know what happens to spammers.
Do you think you believe that side? The next chapter we open up with 5 minutes before Scopper landed the blow on the tree.
Hell no.
And then we get Sanji and Zoro are the ones that are actually the ones that took out Scopper, not Sommers and Killingham, and that's why he's coughing up blood randomly in this conversation. No. Nah.
I think we will get Zoro and Sanji, but not next chapter. Well, we might get hints of it, but I think we're going to continue with the Luffy stuff for a while.
Yeah, the interesting thing is, technically, Emu didn't really do anything and then started coughing up blood. So that could just be the time limit. Or, I guess... But the thing is, when Harold died, it was way more impactful, I feel like. Like, Emu was huffing and puffing outright. So if they, like, got hurt or killed, then it'd be crazy. But we haven't seen any inkling that just getting hurt hurts Emu. Unless Omen is the reason why, right? Like, it's not like Harold got hurt and then Emu was like, what's happening? It was when Harold died that Emu took the pain. You know what I miss though, Sai? I miss our idea that Harold gets resurrected. I kind of like that version.
That was never our idea. We were just making fun of people who thought that.
No, wait, what? Were we? I thought we were saying that, like, before we were saying that, like, because when the metal heart was there and we're like, oh, what if his heart is still here? And then Emu, like, brings it back. We weren't making fun of, like, the Shocky people in that. We were like, hey, maybe Harold does come back as a holy knight because he's immortal.
You were serious about that?
We were serious about that.
I was not serious about that.
Yeah, you were. All right.
I was playing around with the idea and joking about it. I never took that one seriously, Par.
Hey, just because you doesn't mean you weren't serious.
You thought that Harold was gonna get resurrected?
I was playing around with you. I thought we were on the same page.
You thought that Harold was gonna get brought back to life with a metal heart?
I mean, I thought you and I were both on the same page about where we stood with Harold and how it's not likely, but it would be cool if Harold came back and Loki fought Harold and Luffy were to fight Emu instead of Luffy waiting for like 6 chapters and then fighting Emu after a gaping hole in Loki. We were like, oh, Loki gets stalled by Harold and then Luffy fights Emu. I was thinking that in that vein, in that conversation, when we talked about it, it was a plausible conditional fight that could have happened if the Holy Knights were actually cool, but they're not that cool. So you're right. It was a silly idea in hindsight. Man. Hiredin versus Harold, let's go, bro. Something. All right, you know what? I would like that. I would like that if Hiredin fought his dad, because he never got treated like a son by either his father or his mother. So they needed to bring back Harold so that Harold could have a last because he had a last conversation with Loki. He didn't get that with Harold. So that would be kind of cool. No one can take down Omen-powered Harold. Better.
We bring back Roxy Zebek, and then Hiredin fights Rox. He beats Loki's hero right in front of him.
Yeah, but he only got Dom University, so that theory's just crap, okay? I wouldn't believe that even as a joke, Sai. Is that the kind of par you want from me? Is that the serious name?
I'm just going. Hey, I'm working with what you're giving me, Par.
Why
not bring back Gold Roger, and then we have the King of the Giants versus the King of the Pirates?
Yeah.
Is that more your speed, huh?
Yeah, and then we see who's the real king of the world. And then the king of the world interrupts their fight and they both have to fight him instead. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? A parallel maybe to Luffy Blackbeard versus Emu.
Yeah, you know what? Why not have Akainu come here and then Hired installs him?
Akainu's gonna show up and say, I'm king of the world, and kill Emu. Akainu kills Emu. Thoughts?
Akainu kills Emu. I think Akainu would get waxed by Emu too.
Damn.
Actually, you know, Akainu would do pretty well, but I think he'd still lose though.
He is a Logia. He is better.
Yeah, he's a Logia,
if he has future sight too, then he's
he just needs the Conqueror's Haki. I'm assuming he has it, but you know, it's not confirmed, so
I mean, can Emu survive magma?
I'm sure he could survive magma.
If he just coated him in magma, like he didn't dodge it, he just dropped a glob of magma on Emu. Does Emu live the magma?
Yeah.
Does it, like, what about without a barrier? Like, no barrier. He just raw dogs magma.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay.
It's One Piece par. Luffy could probably do that too.
Oda was going to kill Pell, but Park called and asked him not to. Sounds right. Next thing you're going to say, I was the cause of the planes too. That's crazy.
It was all Par's people, man.
No, no. You weren't supposed to say it outright. The joke was hidden in the sauce, Sai. Oh god.
Yeah, hidden in the sauce.
Yeah. Please never say glob. Wait, why? Glob is a cool word. Zombie Roger versus Emu. After Roger basically said he couldn't take down Emu.
What zombie do we bring in next, huh?
Yeah, zombie piece. Nobody is on Emu's level. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's on Emu's level except for like Joy Boy. And he's dead.
I have a
brother's gone.
Question that I can't fully ask you on stream, but I'll still ask you and then I'll ask you again off stream. How serious are these swords, these weapons? Like, Emu pulls out another weapon and it, like, we don't know if it has an ability or whatever it has. Like, how serious are the swords for the series? Like, are they like black blades? Are they just like weapons that Emu has? Are they Emu restrictive? Like, will the Holy Knight, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of hard.
Yeah. I'd say they're important.
They're important. Okay. Fair enough. But yeah.
I mean, considering the fact that they're going to be connected to characters in the Void Century, and we're going to go to the Void Century, I'd say they're decently important.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too sure what you're scaling this with, though, but...
Yeah, I'll ask you off stream. But yeah, guys, we'll call it there. We got 1190 in the books for One Piece. We got 1191 in 2 weeks-ish, probably, maybe. We'll see what the spoiler community has in store for us, because if they start spoiling and then the leaks come out, then we probably are going to stream whenever TCB drops it. So we'll see what happens. That being said, Par, look at when the swords fall out. They're normal. Oh yeah, Kagurabachi. Ooh. Yeah, we have Kagurabachi. If you're not in Kagurabachi, get in Kagurabachi, because we are making that regular. We had a break week last week. I want to tell you how on top of it me and Sai are. We had a break week last week, so last week me and Sai aren't normally calling them. And still, we got out of bed and recorded a Kagurabachi. So, and we posted it on time. Everything was beautiful. So definitely, if you guys want to hear more of me and Sai, one way is through Kagurabachi. And another way is through the Parcast. And that Sai posts. And this week we'll probably have a predictions video, so there'll be that too. So there's a lot of things to look out for. But yeah. Thank you guys for tuning into the Knockup stream, and thank you, Sai, for being here. Peace out.